hot.
I did not play the intro. I just noticed. What the heck?
It's fine.
Oh, yeah, we're going. Here we are. Here we are, guys.
Heck.
Hey.
I threw you off. It was all part of my plan. It was all part of my plan at the very beginning because
It was all part of the plan.
It was all part of the plan.
This is going to be one of those streams, folks. But
Let's put a smile on my face.
all right. Well, welcome back to Spoiler City, my friends. This is going to be another one of those streams, and you can see we have assembled an incredible cast of content creators alike. Just going down the line. First time he's actually been on one of my streams on my channel. It's Luke Ponto, my friend. Longtime friend of the channel. How you doing, my friend?
What's up, guys? Yeah, thank you, Zach, for having me on, man. I mean, ever since I collabed with you on my Breaking Bad stream on my channel, which if you guys have not seen that stream, if you guys are big fans of Breaking Bad, go check that out. Yeah, I mean, ever since then, I was like, we need to do this a little bit more. So I'm like, let's do it.
Got to get another one in, my friend. Yeah,
exactly, bro.
Awesome.
And again, thank you for having me on, man. I'm very excited to talk some Marvel with you.
Totally, man. I'm honored to have all these lovely people here with me, including Ryan O'Toole over here. He's a great content creator himself. I was on the tournament of 90s movies with you at the beginning of the year, and that was so much fun, my friend. But it's great to have you back. You've been on a couple of Spoiler City streams already, but you got some hot takes ready?
I believe I do, yes.
All right.
What's going on, guys? I'm excited to talk about some MCU and movies in general. You know, I've been taking a break for a while, but I'm excited to geek out with these gentlemen tonight. Let's
Heck
get
yeah,
it.
he's got that sweater ready too. He's got the sweater ready, feeling all festive.
Captain America, baby.
We're recording in this.
Awesome.
America.
Yes, Sam Wilson is not in any of these projects we're going to be talking about. Spoiler alert, but
That's what Marvel
anyhow.
would like you to think.
That's what they like you to think. Speaking of hot takes, we have the king of hot takes here, my friend Ryan from Suit Up Geeks. How you doing, my friend? You ready to roll?
Dude, I'm pretty sure this stream's just going to get me canceled. I'm calling it right now. This is the stream of cancellation. That's how hot my takes are. I am calling it right now.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, my friend. Last but certainly not least, my namesake Zack Milne. What is going on, my friend? It's so nice to have you back too.
I only bring the wrong takes.
Oh, the wrong takes. Well,
no hot takes. Wrong takes.
I like it. Wrong take.
It's interesting you say that because I'm just going to bury the lead here. One of the projects we're talking about is something that Milne has been hyping up to me for months and months and months and months and months and more. But
only because Marvel did it to me first.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. We got 3 big projects to talk about. Lovely viewers. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. If you're tuning into the replay, thank you so much. I have left links to all these lovely chaps' channels down in the description box below. So please go show them some love. Go and subscribe to them because they deserve it. While we're at it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well and hit that notification bell. We've just passed 1,200 somehow over here. You guys are just insane.
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys doing to me? Hit that thumbs up as well. That would be awesome. Yeah, keep it coming. Yeah, let's get 2,000 somewhere. But anyway, let's check out this chat right here. Adrian Diaz, I see you in the chat. What's up, guys? Good to see y'all.
Yo.
Good to see you too, man.
Good
Yeah,
to see you
still
too, Adrian.
Still have one of my favorite profile pics out of anybody
Cobra
on
Kai
YouTube
never
as
dies,
well.
baby.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen Cobra Kai, so don't spoil it.
No way, bro.
Ryan!
Get out of here.
Bro, you're
Milne-
even later to the party than I was, dude.
Milne,
I watched
please
it in
make
September.
you've seen Cobra Kai, Milne, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I love that
all right.
show.
I
Just
did a
making
stream.
sure.
Dude, I did a stream with Mel
Odd
talking about
man out.
Cobra Kai.
Dude,
That's
when
right.
Johnny kicks that leg at the tournament, I'm just like, oh wait, no, that's not in Cobra Kai, is it? That's before Cobra Kai. What's the order again?
The Karate Kid.
He
Kro-
kicks his
oh,
leg
I
at the
thought
end
that
of
was a
Karate Kid,
prequel that they
yeah.
made off of Cobra Kai.
What?
Oh, was I supposed to watch that first?
Oh, so this isn't a Spoiler City stream. This is just you're just gonna roast.
Now we're talking
yourself.
about Cobra
You're just-
Kai.
yeah, he's just gonna expose himself.
Yeah.
If you're not watching,
I'm
you're
in a
not
mood.
watching
I'm-
any of the original Karate Kid films.
Uh,
No way. That's just unfucking believable. You haven't even seen the first one?
Oh,
That's-
hey.
Wait. Jaden Smith is in that, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
No.
Not that one.
no,
The one with
no,
Ralph Macchio.
No.
All
Ralph
right.
Macchio.
sir,
Wow, that really
Sir,
pushed the
Milne?
button.
You know what?
Ralph Macchio.
I'll give Jaden
Well,
Smith
hey,
this.
like,
If it was
Here's
30
the
minutes
thing. If we point out
shorter,
freaking Jaden Smith
Bless
with
it.
Karate Kid, let's point to the door. Like,
that's the Kung Fu Kid. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
because even dude, even Jackie Chan says in that movie, everything is kung fu, and I'm just like, this is the Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's wax on, wax off. Yeah, so just
they're
Exactly.
waxing something.
yeah. But anyhow, folks, we're not talking about Cobra Kai tonight. But what we do have, so Phase 4 of the MCU has finally all been put out in the open. It's all in the history books now.
Out of its
Seems like-
misery, I think is what you mean.
Out of its
Wow, seems like yesterday that
Wait,
Phase 4
wait. It's
project
misery
for-
or our misery? Which one are we talking
Can it
about?
be
I don't know exactly which one they're Ryan.
Oh no, I
Then
think we might
correct.
get into that. Who knows? Who knows?
yeah,
I like
think
Phase
we'll-
4.
I
It
think
was
we'll get
fine.
into that. I listen. I feel like 2 of these projects out of Phase 4 have actually been thrust into my top 10 MCU
Yeah.
projects. Potentially
Agree.
3. Potentially 3. One of them we'll be talking about. And spoiler alert, it is not going to be She-Hulk, my friends. But
That's
anyhow,
that's towards the
That's
bottom,
in a
bro.
whole
No way,
different
no way.
realm.
That's towards the top. I'm sorry.
Can
Sorry
I
to anybody that loves
nominate?
She-Hulk. It's not that good.
Oh,
Yeah.
we will get into that. Can I nominate for calling or changing the name of Phase 4 to Phase Hit the Floor? Because that's what it felt like with this one.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you, because that's how I kind of feel right now. I'm just you're going over these projects,
Or
Mr.
phase
Gola.
bore. Phase bore.
Okay, I wouldn't say it
Phase
was
Bore?
boring.
I was
I-
bored.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
I can't say I was bored.
you're saying that this project is boring?
No,
Or heck, wait, where is it? Or
honestly,
this, dude, come on,
watching
come on now, man.
Thor: Love
I
and
am
Thunder a
fine.
third time is pretty boring. I won't lie. Like
Shang-Chi
but-
is awesome. I don't care what
I watched that
Oh,
shit like 3
and-
times in the theater, baby. I love
and-
that.
I'm sorry. I love this movie.
That's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. Like,
It's fine. It just
like,
helps
it's-
me put
it's
me in
better,
there.
dude. It's better than most of their projects, honestly. Like from what I've been seeing out of Phase 4,
No, Luke,
it's
you're
better than most. I'm sorry.
Luke, you're absolutely right because no other project can put me to sleep as fast as that one. You're absolutely right.
Walk to the door.
I did. I
What's the
told you
door?
I was coming in hot tonight.
Oh man, yeah, the king of the hot
I
takes
think
strikes
I fell
again
asleep.
here.
I think I fell
Love
asleep
it.
On the
like
hill,
30
like,
minutes into
guys, just
to,
like,
Colonel.
We should have like a hill that is called the King of Hot Takes. Like,
That's
and
me, baby.
right, and now Ryan's the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, king
Dude,
of the
it
hill.
does not stop. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, we got She-Hulk was a total letdown. They really turned Abomination into a joke. We'll get to
I
that.
agree.
We'll get to
I
that,
agree.
Adrian. But first,
Yeah.
we have a holiday special to talk about. We're feeling festive. We have
Yeah.
you know, I have
Yeah.
this Rudolph the Red-Nosed
I
Reindeer
am
gimmick
Groot.
on.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
awesome.
it's he's got an ugly
I
Captain
am
America sweater. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is now available to stream on Disney Plus. This was shot concurrently with Volume 3, which comes out on Cinco de Mayo next year,
Yep.
which I am still not emotionally ready for. There is a trailer that we
Ooh.
will get into towards the end. Milne, I'm going to start with you. You saw this holiday special, I'm sure. Did you have fun with it?
Loved it.
Loved it.
For like what
Oh,
it was, just a little holiday special on Disney Plus. It was perfect. It was
yeah.
great. Everyone brought their A game. It was funny. It was witty. It was they put so much story into such little time. It flew by. I couldn't believe how fast
Yeah.
it flew by.
Yeah, it was only a 45-minute special, so just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
wish it was longer. Wish it was longer,
I
but
was shocked too, yeah.
Could have been like an hour-long special at least.
yeah, but I mean, it's really amazing, O'Toole, that this special, like, it fully encapsulated what the Guardians really are. They're just silly. They are fully like in it, you know. So what were your thoughts? What were your guys' thoughts seeing Kevin Bacon make an appearance here?
Dude,
I'll start with Luke.
it
I'll
was-
start with Luke on this one.
Dude, that was honestly like one of the greatest things I've ever seen in the MCU. Just seeing Kevin Bacon come in, bro. Like, he was one of the guys that honestly kind of shaped my childhood, and now seeing the dude in a Marvel project, especially like Guardians, and bro, this is Star-Lord's favorite actor ever is Kevin Bacon because of freaking Footloose. Because the end of the first Guardians, he basically throws off Ronan with a dance battle. And it's
I know both Ryans in this stream love Footloose, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
Everybody cut! Everybody cut!
cut for loose.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Oh, we're getting so
don't do that.
demonetized here.
But yeah, I love Kevin Bacon, and getting to see him in the MCU was just a thing to behold. To be honest with you, and also getting to see him like sing with his guitar and his band at the end. I was like, oh. In the feels, dude. I mean,
so Ryan, Suit Up Geeks, Ryan here. One of the big things towards the beginning was that this band comes in and they start singing this Christmas jingle, and everybody in this little town thinks it sucks, and Groot is the only one that's into it. Like,
I mean, I'm with Groot. That's all I gotta say is because when they went right into it, I was fucking jamming. I will say this Christmas special, from soundtrack wise, probably hit the least out of the three for me, but I still thought it was a banger. Like just not as re-listenable, or honestly, I don't want to say rewatchable because I've watched it like 3 times already. I kind of fucking adore it. I love it. I think both specials that the MCU has had have been 2 hits on both fronts. Yeah. So I think it's really enlightening to see that in, I don't want to say problem, but whatever the MCU TV verse has been shaping up to be, because it definitely seems like they overloaded it way too fast. And if like any leaks or details about the future choose that they want to do more specials and introduce characters that way, I'm way more for it, because going back to the whole Kevin Bacon thing, it was bound to happen. This is the story that needed to be told. In not only the MCU, but for Christmas, because
it's a perfect arc. Yeah,
it literally is. It's one of the most heartwarming projects in the MCU by far. Like, I didn't get I didn't cry, but like, when you just feel that sense of warm Christmas nature, everyone's coming together. They get that sense of, even though life is kind of fucking sucks right now in some regard, there is still a little bit of light. And even though Peter got to see his life, or his childhood hero, Kevin Bacon, even being told that he used his techniques of dancing to save the world instead of just a town.
You know what's so funny about that is they constantly refer to the fact that Kevin Bacon is very much a phony, because
all actors suck.
Yeah. Well, as an actor myself, I was very offended by that, but I'm just sitting there like, I couldn't help but laugh at it. Like, it's not a case of like, oh man, like cancel this project because they're slandering actors everywhere. No, it's like good-natured, good-hearted fun, and it's good to have a laugh at yourself for a while too.
That's why I think this project probably only works with James Gunn. He's the only one who not only understands these characters the best, but he directs. Like, I will always go back to the moment of Kraglin telling Kevin Bacon about what he means to Peter. And when you just look at the dialogue and read it word for word without any context, it's fucking insane. Like, there's no way anyone would sit there and take this as an emotional piece of art right here. No. But I think James Gunn finds a beautiful way to mesh it all, and taking fucking Kevin Bacon dancing to save a town, using to save the universe, and having that be his inspiration to go back and save Star-Lord's Christmas. Dude, it's not something that I thought would just hit me on that kind of level out of nowhere, but I can't say that I'm shocked at the same time.
Right. Yeah, I'm totally right there with you. This is something I could see myself rewatching every Christmas. I don't know about you, O'Toole, but this is something that is just, it's calling my name, as a big geek. And I'm sure, like, we're all big Marvel geeks here. Show of hands, who's planning on watching this every year? Yeah. Oh, unanimous.
Unanimous
You gotta
vote,
love to
baby.
see that. Oh yeah.
It's an easy watch. I mean, 45 minutes. You guys, said it yourself. That's with credits, maybe without credits.
It's just 45 minutes and you're done. Like,
Yeah.
It knows exactly what it is, and it never overstays its welcome either.
No.
Yeah,
One thing that I enjoyed, Ryan O'Toole, and I'll let you take this one, but I loved that they focused a lot more on the relationship between Drax and Mantis here, just because for something smaller here, they were getting such a big spotlight. And I'm sure Volume 3 is going to be focusing on, like, you know, Star-Lord and Rocket and Groot and probably all the more popular ones.
Yeah.
Not to say Drax isn't popular, but Drax and Mantis got a huge spotlight in this, and they're the ones who kind of anchored the kidnapping of Kevin
They have
Bacon.
the best poster. I mean, they've got the best poster in the MCU of them just totally blackout drunk on the sidewalk.
Drax is like, all right. So yeah, going into this holiday special, I was excited for it. I've been craving some Guardians content in a while. Even though I was not a fan of Guardians Volume 2, I had a lot of flaws with that movie. I thought the direction was pretty weird. The comedy really didn't work for me, mostly from Drax, unfortunately. But going into this holiday special, I was kind of worried since it was focusing on Drax and Mantis capturing Kevin Bacon to surprise Star-Lord as a Christmas present. And all around, I love this holiday special. It was just funny. It was heartwarming. It reminded me why I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, the first movie was one of the biggest surprises of the MCU because of the heart, the comedy, the characters, and the writing, and the direction from James Gunn. This was what I wanted Guardians 2 to be. It was funny. It was heartfelt. It was simple. It wasn't convoluted. It was just a fun Guardians time. And I really loved it. I really enjoyed it.
And you hit the nail right on the head, man. And I'll tell you this much. I've said many times in the past that I'm not emotionally ready for Volume 3, mainly because exactly what you said. That first Guardians movie was such a huge surprise for everybody. Nobody was expecting that movie to be.
I didn't think that movie was going to be top 5.
Milne, I don't know if you thought that movie was going to be as good as it was.
No.
I
didn't either.
Just think about it, though. By the time Volume 3 comes out, the first one would be 9 years old already. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, almost a decade.
Dude, and thinking 9 years ago is when the MCU really started to branch out is even crazier to me. Like, it's...
God damn it.
Insane. It's insane.
God damn,
you're making me old, man.
Like,
God, it came out when I was a senior in high school. That was 8 years ago?
It came out when I graduated high school.
Holy crap, man.
Wow, I was a freshman in high school.
I was still in school by that time. So.
I was 15.
What?
Wait, how old were you, Mel?
Damn.
I was 15. 2014 that came out, right? Was it 2014?
Yeah, it
I
was
was
summer of
11.
14.
Yeah, I was 15.
I was 14.
I was 11
I was
when that
19.
came out.
Yeah, I was 19.
Yeah,
that's crazy. We were all fucking, well, 4 of us were like teenagers. One relatively almost a teenager when
I'm an old man, 27.
when fucking Guardians of the Galaxy came out.
How old were you, Luke?
Blows my mind.
I was 11.
So you were 2 years away from being able to see it on your own.
Wow.
My old
When
theater
you put it
closed
like
down in
that.
2015, bro, and then I got my new theater like 7 years later.
Fair enough.
We're old as fuck.
And now I can
That's
actually
pretty much
start
what
going
it
by
is.
myself. But my parents will let me go by myself.
Let's go. There we go.
Let's
we work
go.
towards it.
Gotta love that.
I went by myself
course. I mean,
so
like-
many times to the theater when I was
And
growing
yeah,
up.
That's
go-
why, because honestly, that's because I would not have gone to see Violent Night with my parents because I think both of them would have walked out.
Oh,
never
Violent
seen
Night.
I feel like both of them would have walked out, bro. I'm
so
telling you,
excited
because
to
it's
see
a
that.
Christmas, like technically it's a Christmas movie, but again, like it's John Wick basically if he became Santa Claus.
It's basically Die Hard if it were actually a Christmas movie. But anyway, so
Zach,
we are
I'm-
not
Zach, I'm
going to
with you.
start
It is
this
not a Christmas
debate
movie.
tonight, Mr. Goaler.
nope.
Mr. Goaler,
Zach,
I will show
Zach,
you
I'm
the
with you,
Blu-ray
bro. It's
cover
not a
photo,
Christmas
man.
movie. I'm
Thank
with
you.
Out.
Thank you.
bro.
My Blu-ray
can-
cover would
What
argue.
it is a Christmas movie.
Zach,
No, it's not.
Before we go on, I just have to
Yeah.
say, every time I get into this argument, it makes me so freaking mad after talking about it.
And the opposite, because it
what
is a Christmas
I say
movie.
this every single time. I say this every time. Just
Milne-
because it
on
takes
this
place
bill.
during Christmas time does not always mean it's a Christmas movie.
I agree with you,
For
but
crying
I don't
out
want to
loud.
get I don't want to
Now
get too
we're-
off topic.
this is-
Real
this
quick,
is too off
real
topic.
quick. Milne, is this a Christmas movie?
I stopped caring like 3 years ago. I've never watched
So has Bruce Willis.
Like I watched it for the first time in the summer.
The Ref is a
And-
Christmas movie. Sorry.
Good
Feels
job.
more like a
The Ref
movie
is a
I'd watch in the
Christmas
summer
movie.
than Christmas time personally. But I
Good
think it's
job.
funny to bug people about it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No,
Never-
it's so
dude,
fun.
if you bug me about it, I'm gonna be mad. Don't do
Clearly,
that.
I'm bugging O'Toole over there, but
What isn't Christmas about Argyle playing Christmas music in the opening of the movie?
So getting
What is
back
it-
to
what is it
Guardians of the
Christmas about
Galaxy
the rap,
Volume
bro?
1.
Anyway, moving on.
No.
Moving
I'm
on,
just saying,
moving on.
like, I was more of a casual fan of the MCU through Phase 1 and all that. I wasn't fully like, oh yeah, gung ho
Wait.
MCU.
Can you say you were a diehard fan though in Phase 1? That's only 4 fucking movies. In the
Well,
matter
I
of
mean, you can't really. I mean,
no, there
what,
was like
Iron Man
Yeah.
4, Iron Man 2, Cap.
5 movies. 5 movies.
Incredible. You forgot about Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
the
that was the
Avengers.
Avengers.
I
6.
was gonna
Avengers,
say,
the
like,
six
I wasn't
Phase one
a,
movie.
So
like,
6 movies in 4 years. Can you say you're a diehard at that point though? It's a general question. It's not me.
yeah, I
like,
guess
it's
so,
all I
but
want.
like, I didn't become
Here's
a
my
super
point,
fan
though.
of the. Go ahead.
Now, here's my point. The Guardians were the ones who really got me into the MCU full blast. And I fully
Really,
give
not
them
even the
credit for that.
Avengers. It took you 2 more.
Not even the
years?
Avengers. Not even the Avengers.
Captain
It was-
America.
I thought
This guy got
the
me.
Avengers was
Not
cool.
even the Winter Soldier, which came out before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Listen, I love the
Like,
Winter
just a better
Soldier.
movie.
It's one of my favorites.
I don't
2014.
disagree.
2014 was the year that I
It
was,
was.
like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
gung ho about the MCU.
What about
That's
Ant-Man?
when it
But
really
I
went
didn't
for it.
like. I was gonna say.
Did
before-
Ant-Man
before we
get
go
you in
on,
the
like,
MCU?
I think
didn't
it was
become like
2015.
I didn't become a bigger fan of the MCU until Doctor Strange.
What?
Yeah.
That's why Doctor Strange is in my
Wow.
top 3 because that's the film that made me a bigger fan of the Marvel universe. It kind of opened
Which
up
is
my
fair.
eyes to
And you
That's
were
why
13
Guardians
by the
Volume
time,
1,
right?
That's why Guardians Volume 1 is so high for me because I love
exactly.
Them. So I'm not ready to see people die in Volume 3. I'm not ready for that, but
I ain't ready either, bruh.
chances are that's going
I'm
to happen.
ready, baby.
You're
I'm
ready.
ready to see
no.
him die.
Oh,
You're
no.
ready to see. Do you guys think Peter is going to
It's
die?
Rocket.
I don't
It's
really
Rocket.
know.
It's
Oh,
Rocket.
dude.
It's Rocket.
If he
Dude, I will
dies,
die
bro,
on this
dude,
hill.
if
It's
he
Rocket.
It's pretty
dies, bro,
obvious from the trailer.
Guarantee
Yeah.
balling from me. Like,
Dude,
I am
Yeah.
gonna ball.
Dude, the movie focuses on Rocket. And
It's Rocket and
the whole
Drax.
and the whole time. No, Drax can't die though, can he? Doesn't he have impenetrable
I
skin?
think
Well,
As
I don't
far as
know.
I remember.
Batista did come out and say that this might be his final appearance as Drax.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he dies.
He might just
It's
go off to a
it's a po-
secluded planet to get drunk
It's a
with Mantis
possibility,
again.
but we never know.
He might. So this might happen. Drax might just leave because whoever dies, he sees his family and it's too much for him, so he just leaves. I see
Yeah.
that could be a possibility.
people are
I don't-
saying I think Nebula could die too.
who the fuck cares about Nebula though? She could die and I would.
I
care.
do. Yeah, Karen Gillan.
care about
yeah, I
Nebula.
do too, man. Yeah,
Karen
Yeah,
Gillan's
I'll take-
cool, but like I
Zach,
feel
I'll
like
take your word for it, man.
I feel like ever since Nebula had that switch to being good, she hasn't had much to do. Her character hasn't really made much character development.
Yeah, you're right. She
That-
was.
that's
Well, she was
my
the
only
well,
argument.
her-
She
Well, that was the character that landed Karen Gillan a lot more movie roles. Like,
She
I mean,
was
Jumanji-
kind of an
Jumanji.
afterthought in this special, though. She
All I'll
was-
say is there's many people that give MCU newbies a first try after they make a MCU film because I feel like there's a lot of studios nowadays that see like, oh, if they can land a lead role with the MCU without having to be a big name, like for example, Simu Liu, yeah, the movie didn't make the best, like the most outrageous amount of money, but it still hit a pretty strong goal for
Damn
the
shame.
time. For the time it was going on too, I still think it
It's a great
reached
movie,
a big
yeah.
potential, especially when it was competing over Eternals, which, if I'll be honest, I had much more excitement over and was much more hyped over than Shang-Chi before that movie came out.
Yeah. Shang-Chi was so much better though. Like it blew my
Shang-Chi
expectations
is
out of
just
the
way
water.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
I love Shang-Chi.
Eternals isn't even an MCU movie.
What's up, Luke?
I think Eternals is better.
Oh man.
Sorry.
I knew that was coming.
Again. Throwing the hot takes in here.
I
but
knew that was coming.
I
knew that was
like
coming.
it more because it's more of a character study on superheroes. Like I don't think because sometimes some of the stuff we've been getting out of the MCU lately in regards to humor is just low ground.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, come on, you guys, do
So-
better.
Not
God,
to
you
get too
guys.
much into Eternals. All I'll say is I get where you're coming with the whole wanting to get a character study of it. I feel like there's too many characters that they never spend enough time for for me to at least fully.
Fair enough, but I mean, but I feel like for what we got, I mean, I wasn't mad that was just what we got.
Yeah.
I still think it's one of the projects that obviously would have benefited from at least the 6 to 8 episode run on Disney
Make it a
Plus.
10
Fair
episode
enough. Yeah, I
series.
mean, I would agree that it worked.
That's my only argument I'll make
Disney
towards that is I just think in general a film to introduce 12 characters in a matter of 2.5 hours, it's not only a really hard
3
test, but
hours.
an almost impossible test. 2 hours and
Yeah.
like 45 minutes.
37
Right.
minutes, I think. Yeah.
Let's catch
Yeah.
up with some of this. Let's catch up with some of this chat while we're at it. Lindsay, great to see you. Love seeing you here. It was such a fun vibe between Drax and Mantis. Heck yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Milne, drunk Mantis and drunk Drax is like the funniest thing you've ever seen, isn't it?
That was pretty great. I loved
That was
when
funny. That
they
was
were going
funny. That was
and picking
hilarious.
the ornaments from the lawn. That was my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
The little funny man.
I even love the scene when Drax and Mantis are just chasing down Kevin Bacon. Like that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And then Drax just takes. What did he take again?
I think it was a
From
candy
Kevin
cane. I
Bacon.
think.
A
I think it was
candy
like those
cane or
inflatable
something.
candy canes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making people mad in the chat saying that Die Hard is not a Christmas film correctly, but Lindsay also said there's a
People are very
there's a
passionate because it is.
I still agree with you, Zach.
there's a theory that each Guardians movie's title colors correlate to what character dies in that film. If you look at Volume 3's title, exactly Drax's colors. So that's a good point. That's a good
Who
point.
died in the
I
first
think it
one
matches
yo.
Rocket more.
It could be either one. It could be either one. It really could.
I hope
Tomas, good to see you. Guardians Holiday Special was a harmless good time. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
But I wouldn't just
Definitely.
say harmless. It's a good way to spend 45 minutes.
Totally
Well, how
is a
did
good
you
way to
guys
spend.
like the way this holiday special incorporated Yondu again into it with the opening animation?
How
It
was
was-
A
interesting?
purposeful
It was
way.
weird to me. I was
You-
just like,
I
because-
thought it was really purposeful.
They're making
I'll
him
be
go
honest,
back to like, oh, he hates Christmas. He's like Scrooge. But no, it was
Like-
actually wholesome at the end. I liked it.
yeah, I get that it was that, but I'm gonna be honest. That was my con for this holiday special was what they did with Yondu and the animation style. Because to me, it didn't fit.
Well,
it
it
was-
feels like such a Yondu thing to do.
Yeah,
to
and
be
put- I
all-
mean,
I
And
hate
it was a- it
Christmas.
was- And it was animation while the rest was live action, and I was just like, what
doing-
is this? This is
that's a
weird.
that's a very Christmas.
Like, what am I watching?
Thing.
A Christmas Carol or Guardians Holiday Special?
By doing it
Yeah,
animated
it felt
too,
like
though,
it felt like when I
What-
was
what-
watching that, I was watching a Christmas Carol.
What you got,
See,
Milne?
but
Well,
I think that's kind of thing.
by making it animated as well, like you don't lose the effect of the last time you see Michael Rooker as Yondu was in Volume 2, and it's an interesting way to incorporate him into the special without bringing him back in live action to kind of not so much cheapen Volume 2's moment, but that being the final time you see him in live action does make that moment more impactful. And it is still pretty cool that they got Michael Rooker to at least voice the animation. So they had him in the special,
Love Michael Rourke.
but they didn't have to
Ah.
sacrifice losing the impact of his death.
Yeah, I was worried about that because I had a lot of issues with Volume 2, but Yondu wasn't one of them. Like, that sacrifice was very powerful. And seeing that was kind of strange. I'm like, you made Yondu a good guy, and now he's
And
back
plus,
to
like,
his
when I
old
saw-
Yondu ways.
And like when I saw that, like I knew it wasn't going to be like that, but I was concerned that they were just going to go down this route, and I was just like, okay, I'm not in for it. But then when
Yeah.
they got like back to like where the Guardians are actually at, I was like, okay, this is what I wanted.
I feel you. Yeah. And it does come off a little bit inconsistent when you have the animation be like your flashback. But I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, you didn't really see anything like that before. You didn't really see animation like that, like juxtapose the
all
live
I'll-
action that much.
all I'll say to that is there's a lot of complaints about creativity and doing something different, especially in the MCU now. Like that's the one thing I do give She-Hulk. We'll get to that in a
Mhm.
little bit. Is at
Yeah.
least it wasn't afraid to be what it wanted to be, whether it was what I consider good television or not. But
Yeah.
I give it credit for being that. And
Knows exactly what it is.
and that's
knows
exactly
exactly
what
what
the
it is.
holiday
Okay.
special is.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep. So,
oh man, he's ready to talk it.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Also,
Oh,
I'm getting
Mantis.
them heated. I'm getting them
Mantis?
heated.
Mantis,
Yeah.
she's Peter Quill's sister.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm glad
that's
you
right.
brought that
Thank
up.
you for that.
So,
Thank you.
this whole special, if you look at it in hindsight, very, very fun. Kevin Bacon makes his first appearance in a Marvel project as himself, which is awesome, as we've discussed. Mantis and Drax are show stealers. They're hilarious. But a big ramification for the future, Adrian found it emotional when Peter found out that Mantis is his sister and hugged it out. That was totally emotional. I agree with you. I
like
agree
that
with
moment.
you.
It was
Yep.
sweet.
So
But that's my issue with this special, actually. It came totally
Oh,
out of
really?
left field to me. I'm
What?
like, what the hell? What the like? What's the correlation here? This comes off so incredibly forced to the way it's presented, and it's like,
So-
okay, you're gonna give Mantis a little bit more to do in Volume 3, but I'm also sitting here like, what? Go
I
back,
know it
please.
comes up, like, it just comes so out of left field, but it's just like it kind of got me like I was just like, wow, I didn't see this. Like I wasn't mad about it. I mean, because some people would come up to me and be like, hey, that twist that Mantis was a Star-Lord's sister, that doesn't really work. I mean, I get you. Like I get
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to be like, oh, you should just understand it, but I get it. Okay,
get
you
it.
don't have
Yeah,
to like
I
rub it
get
in
it.
my face.
So I think the aspect of it that makes it not work and feel out of left field is that the way they reveal it. Because I don't have a problem with her being his sister. It felt off because it was such a meaningful moment at the end, and the way it's played is supposed to be the revealing moment. But they tell you within the first 2 minutes when Mantis tells Drax. So you kind of lose all the oh shit and makes you think about it. And when she says it in the beginning, it's almost treated as if, oh wait, you guys didn't already know this if you didn't watch the other films, but the other films never told you that. So
No.
it feels kind of disjointed in that aspect.
Fair
So
Yep.
no, I'm with you
Bingo.
guys. I agree, but I don't think it's not that she's his sister that doesn't work. Because dude, when they hugged it out and Peter looked at her, smiled and said, "That was the best Christmas gift I could have asked for." I'm like, bro, this is literally the cheesiest fucking shit, but that's exactly what Christmas is. You know?
The
Yes.
Frozen
It's not
Frozen
about
holiday special only wishes it could be that
It's
sentimental.
not,
Thank you.
Zach,
God.
it's not about the gifts. It's about family.
It's about family. I'm surprised
No,
Vin Diesel didn't just show up.
Bro,
Groot-
I felt
Groot
again.
didn't just say,
I think
"I
it was during Milne's top 10 MCU movies that I did with Zack and when I did with Zack. I think it was like that we talked about with Groot. It's his like when he says "I am Groot." It's the best way. Just he says family, just throwing in some Fast and Furious flavor.
We are family.
No. God, you're making me want to jump out a freaking window, man.
Jump out of a car window instead, bro. Not
My
an
goodness.
actual window.
So, Milne, did you find this reveal as disjointed as we all did? Like, I'm just
No, actually, I hear what all you guys are saying, and it totally makes sense to me. Actually, I liked it. It was kind of surprising, not so much that she was his sister, but the fact that they did it in the special, that they revealed it in the special. It makes sense. But I liked it at the beginning because
yeah.
the trailers kind of indicated that they went to Earth to get Kevin Bacon simply because Peter was depressed about Gamora being gone and all that. I liked that this kind of added another depth of Mantis's motivation, where suddenly it's now, I want to do something great for my brother.
Yeah.
Wait, can I add to that, Zach? Because
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree
Mhm.
with what you're saying. I just wonder, do you think the impact at the end would have felt more meaningful putting it together when she tells Peter for the first time, and us knowing that when Peter first finds out, and then thinking about the events that just happened, and then putting into context that, oh, wait, it wasn't just about being nice to Peter and helping out a friend, that it had more depth than you realized the entire time, and it just adds a little bit more. Do you think that would have like made it even more heartfelt for you, or do you think it might have been even?
I think it might have, it totally could have, but I also
Good
think
question.
that what they were trying to execute as well was kind of an arc for Mantis in the way that she had this secret that she was fearful of telling Peter because she was worried that he was going to look at her differently and just see his father and the monster, and it would wreck the relationship that they had.
Right.
And then by able to get that off her chest, and it built their relationship, and it was I kind of liked that as well. So I think either or actually could have worked out pretty well. I think it would have been fine if at the very end we all went, oh crap, just like Peter. But I also think that it works fine that we found out at the beginning, and it kind of overarcs the beginning to the end, bookends it in a way.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it doesn't work necessarily, because if you really think about it, Mantis is a creation of Ego as well, and she was following Ego around when we first meet her, and Ego, of course, Chris Pratt and Star-Lord's father. So, I mean, it definitely, like, family tree wise, it adds up, but at the same time, I'm with Ryan here. It's a little bit disjointed the way it was presented, just because the previous two movies don't address them. And another thing that you mentioned is, Milne, is that Peter was so distraught that Gamora's gone. You really feel the effect of that, and Gamora does not appear in this special anywhere.
Can I be honest?
Yeah,
I didn't miss Gamora at all.
Yeah,
like that's like nothing against Zoe Saldana as a performer or the character of Gamora. It's just when I watched this special, I was like, I like she didn't even pop into my head. I was like, the Guardians work without Gamora.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
I honestly didn't even.
I agree with that, but I don't
disagree with that.
Wasn't in this special.
No, Gamora just felt like the straight face of the zany
She would
group.
not have fit in this special, though.
No.
That's the thing.
No,
that's it.
I see why.
I like Gamora is a cool character, but I think I'm with Zach. Like, honestly, she was the one character that I think her journey kind of ended with Thanos because she was so heavily connected to Thanos. Yeah, and you know what? If she stayed dead and they didn't like keep the old timeline version, I can't say I'd be too disappointed, because honestly, I'd like to see Zoe Saldana in something other than Marvel and Avatar in the past 10, 15 years, because that's all she's done.
Yeah. Oh,
other than
with you.
Yeah, like
I don't freaking care about the Way of Water. So quit asking.
You say that now, but I guarantee
it might be a meh movie. Avatar, the meh Way of Water.
That's why I don't understand why people are posting their top 10.
This is what the new Avatar movie is about. Which way is the water going to go?
A bottle of water is better than watching Avatar.
The way the water's filtered.
3 hours and 12 goddamn minutes.
You guys are going to eat your
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Go see it.
I'm excited. You guys
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Speaking of eating your words, I'll get to you in a second, Milne, but we have a couple other topics to discuss. Couple other final topics on this holiday special, which was super fun. Got to say what's up to Charles Clayton in the chat, who asks, now that we know that Destin Daniel Cretton is directing the Kang Dynasty, who would you want to direct Secret Wars? He says Ryan Coogler.
Nope.
I'm going to start with Milne on this. Who do you think should direct Secret Wars?
Damien Chazelle or Ryan Coogler?
I'm
terrible Jesus
at,
Christ.
Like, director X movie.
Hold on.
I don't know. Honestly, I kind of want to see Jon Favreau come back to the MCU. I don't know if this is the specific project that I would want to see him do, but I think that the last project he did was Iron Man 2, which I feel like wasn't a representation of his best work, but he brought us the first
Iron Man 3?
No, he didn't.
Shane Black did Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Shane Black did Iron Man 3.
That's right.
But the first Iron Man, I actually just watched that the other day with my wife, and I want another movie like that in the MCU. I don't know if Jon Favreau would be right for Secret Wars, but yeah. I want to see him come back at some point.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not too busy doing the Mandalorian, I think it's totally feasible. I think the ball is in his court, in that regard. But Ryan, I'll start with Suit Up Geeks. Ryan, who do you think?
I heavily disagree with Ryan Coogler. I'll say that. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much about my. I don't want to say dislike, but some of my problems with Wakanda Forever. The action and the way it was filmed is certainly one of them, and the Avengers film.
I can see that complaint.
Ryan, when I get into the third act, I just want to say we all saw it in IMAX or IMAX 3D, right?
I saw it in IMAX. Yes,
I saw it in IMAX 3D. We all saw it in IMAX 3D, right?
Mine was standard, but I still got
3D,
I still got an awesome experience out of it.
Okay, so you might not have experienced this, but I'll just say this now.
Amazing in IMAX, by the way.
So in the third act, when Shuri and Namor fight, he shoots it with an IMAX camera and the regular camera they use. And my problem is he cuts in between the IMAX shots and the regular camera shots so fast. It became so jarring and kind of made me dizzy watching the third act fight because the aspect ratio kept changing on me. And watching it in 3D as well when shit is coming at you, it did not make for a very good viewing experience. It made me really dizzy. And I mentioned this to Amanda. And she said the same thing. She's like, holy shit. The aspect ratio was changing between the IMAX camera ratio and then the standard camera that they use for films. Like, what the fuck? And
what other
it just kind of boggles me that is what made the final edit.
Wow.
Doesn't Transformers Age of Extinction do the same thing?
I don't, dude. Honestly, I have not. I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh, he said the taboo name. He said it.
Honestly,
Dinobots roll out.
Honestly, that's why I kind of like that Disney Plus does the IMAX releases.
I love the IMAX ratio on Disney Plus
because it allows me to go back and notice those things, and that's something I really want to go back to because I noticed it right away. I started losing track of everything that was happening in that fight, and that's a good reason why I just don't want Ryan Coogler to direct Secret Wars.
Yeah, I need to see Wakanda Forever again just to get a glimpse of what you're talking about there.
The unintentional Zack Snyder slow-mo was getting too much for my liking.
Yeah,
I'm just okay, bro, I know you kind of want this super slow-mo, really high African music. It works, but I don't want to keep seeing it over and over again.
So who do you think should direct Secret Wars then?
Honestly, bro, I can't even fucking imagine. This is such an
two directors.
Dude, it's gonna be two directors.
Has to be.
The only reason why the Russo brothers got both 3 and 4 back to back is because there was 2 of them. That's the only sole reason.
You know who I think it's gonna be?
Who?
Tell me.
I think Coogler's gonna be one of them, and Peyton Reed's gonna be the other. I think Peyton Reed will be the other one.
Let's see Peyton Reed and Michael Waldron.
Michael Waldron, really?
Michael Waldron, fuck off.
What are you talking about? Loki was awesome.
Zach, thank you.
I love Loki too. But after Multiverse of Madness,
I don't know, man.
No.
I'm with Ryan on that one.
It's not that, dude. Come on, bro.
I'm just spitballing here. I don't Ryan Coogler would not surprise me in the slightest, but don't count out Peyton Reed at all.
Or Sam Raimi.
Sam
Sam
Raimi.
Would love Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, bro.
Okay, so I'll say you guys are choosing the most obvious picture right now. These are not names that I want to see.
Yeah, and Marvel does go with a lot of obvious names. I like to see them.
I wouldn't say that. I would say I don't disagree with Peyton Reed. I think they're heavily looking at the way Ant-Man 3 does, simply because that's the first movie that's really introducing Kang. And I feel like Kang's still going to play a role in Secret Wars, just like Thanos played into Endgame.
What do you think of John Watts?
Watts would be Watts. I feel like
Milne. I'm sorry,
Milne. That is a great name. I think.
He's done with comic book stuff for a while. I think.
That's
think
what
he's
I'm
burnt
saying,
out.
because he was originally going to
burnt
direct the
out, yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Yeah, now
and
it's
he had-
coming off with Matt Shackman. So.
Yep,
Which is
it's Matt
just as
Shackman.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with
WandaVision.
Matt Shackman because I love the direction for WandaVision. So I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, what if Matt Shackman does Secret Wars? I mean, it might be a
No,
daunting
no,
task
no,
for him,
no,
but
no.
No, not with the Fantastic Four coming out barely a year.
Not even close,
After.
bro. No way.
nah, you got to start small before you get a gigantic, biggest movie of all time like that. You know.
Let's just
Right,
get Chloe
exactly,
Zhao.
Secret.
Oh,
Oh.
Chloe Zhao.
She can handle all the characters, right?
Yep.
There
Yeah,
you
there
go.
it is. Mil's just trolling us. So now let's
man.
Mil's just
know.
trolling us. So now it's time to troll him. Let's talk about She-Hulk.
Oh,
Let's talk about She-Hulk.
Not-
Yeah. So yeah, I know a few of you in the chat freaking hate this show. So we're gonna have a fun time with this one. Why did the comedy come off like two broke girls when I was watching this?
Because I'm pretty sure one of the writers actually wrote that.
Oh,
For
of
some
course they
reason.
did. Of
I-
course they did.
I don't
No,
know what
I-
to say,
me.
bro, because I mean, I liked Two Broke Girls when I watched it before because it was on TV before. I mean, I like it, but like when I realized that, I was just like, I'm done. This is stupid.
Insufferable main characters. But
I know, but I mean,
my
like,
God, bro.
Insufferable any character, let alone main character.
so
Almost
let me
every character besides Daredevil.
yeah, let
Pretty
me tell
much.
you as Tomas screams into the monitor, She-Hulk is the worst thing Marvel has ever put out.
no,
But-
it's not.
Here's the thing though.
I
Here's
would
my
agree
thing.
with that.
I enjoyed the premiere. I really did because you do get Bruce Banner in here, and I like the fact that they kept like her Hulk powers as simple as they were. Granted, it might be cheating a little bit that she just has a dose of her cousin's blood infused into her, and then poof, that's how she gets the Hulk powers. And I liked the episode with Daredevil a lot. Even though
That was
he
the
looked.
only episode I liked.
Yeah, even though he looked very much out of place in this show, he looked like he was so uncomfortable. But
Or
it
Charlie
was-
Cox.
yeah, well, Charlie,
Like that.
fucking love Charlie Cox. I
can't
can't wait
wait
for
for
Born
I
Again.
hope he gets
Born
justice with his
Again.
new show, bro. I'm telling
Born
you.
again, man. Born again.
O'Toole. I wish we were talking about Born Again, but we're not there yet.
Can we
Man,
please
oh
get
man.
there?
So this whole show tried to do a breaking the fourth wall gimmick, similar to what Deadpool does. But the thing is, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, and you can still take him seriously as an assassin. It almost feels like this character was written to be like a beginning law student, instead of like just this full experienced lawyer and all that. Looking back at it, I like the casting of Tatiana Maslany a lot. I think she has a lot of promise.
she was
But-
the best part.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. No, I
Just
think
like
she's a
the
good
worst
actor.
writers, just like literally.
Watch Stronger.
The
She's
bottom of the-
fantastic and Stronger.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Great movie.
yeah,
great
with
in that.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, based on a true story. It's super emotional, but
Mysterio and She-Hulk.
so let's say Lindsay has mixed reviews with this show. Tomas says it is not Daredevil's responsibility to save She-Hulk's show. Yeah.
Too bad it became
You're
his.
Yeah, I guess
goddamn
so,
right.
but I mean,
You're goddamn
I guess
right.
it kind of depends on what side of the spectrum you're going with. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna tread water or anything like that. So let's keep going.
No, all I have to say is no. Too many fourth walls broken. It either has to be constant, like a vlog style talking, or just one or two fourth wall breaks. Okay.
So
I'll
many
tell you
walls
this.
broken in
The
She-Hulk.
fourth wall breaks are
Yeah.
less funny than Deadpool. They're barely even funny.
Well, I mean, she puts herself out on Tinder and whatnot, and she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. So
I mean,
My
Can,
God.
can we just
Jesus.
okay? So you
Oh.
literally just brought up the episode I hate up the most, and you have ignited a fire in me right now. Zack
here we
Boyd.
go.
Because
Open the floodgates.
Bring it on.
this pretty much sums up how I feel about the She-Hulk television show. Is She-Hulk puts herself out on Tinder as She-Hulk and then gets mad when the guy only wants She-Hulk. That's literally how
I know.
fucking
I
feel.
know.
What the
Like,
heck?
what do you expect
What
when
did
you
you
put
expect?
She-Hulk and She-Hulk as the cover photo? Like, bro, of course
You
I
put
wouldn't.
your name out there as She-Hulk. Like people
Good
expect
Lord.
She-Hulk.
Like, it's just the bare minimum of just writing a character I like. There's nothing that they give Tatiana in the show that makes me like her as a character. And this isn't just a She-Hulk problem. This is every character in this show problem. Every single character is absolutely wasted under these unfunny and broken jokes that miss the mark nearly every time and feels like it's written from some 2004 unproduced fucking scripted comedy.
Oh man,
I thought the same thing, bro. It literally freaking looks like it.
Ryan.
You want a great female character? Watch Kim Wexler on Better Call Saul. That's how you write a female lawyer character.
That's how you write a female lawyer.
Ryan, that's also another thing too. Like the
Ryan,
show,
you're the best, bro.
They even admitted to not knowing a single thing about law before this show even premiered.
If you want to watch great lawyer stuff, watch Better Call Saul.
Like, even get to Breaking Bad season 2, where you actually get introduced to Saul Goodman.
I mean, this doesn't have to be on the level of Breaking Bad.
Jesus Christ!
It's
this
not
show
even
rips
on any
off
level.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah. What's up, Ryan?
I'm so mad. Like, what? I'm not saying that there needs to be a primary focus on a villain, but there's no focus on anything. They totally ignore character growth for the joke of, because I'm a woman in the MCU, I already know it.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned villains, because we do have a insufferable female character, and I can't remember who plays her for the life of me.
There's two villains, I think.
Yep.
No, Abomination. Abomination wasn't given enough time. He doesn't count. So
the Baywatch guy. What's his name? The actor.
The Baywatch guy.
Guy from Baywatch?
No, the you're talking about the Hulkling squad or whatever the fuck, right? As the villain.
I don't know, man. I mean, like specifically, I don't know.
I mean, it was the Hulk King they were talking about.
Villains.
No, it was the chick that put out like a She-Hulk like perfume and all that, and then like
what's her name?
That was so embarrassing.
Oh god,
that is literally the dumbest thing I've ever even seen in my life.
And I'm sitting here like, you didn't want to be named She-Hulk, and now you're fighting for the name anyway. I'm like,
I mean,
this
show,
what's her name? She keeps showing back up, and like she still wants to fight, and like it's not even your show. Get out of here.
That kind of acting is what I would expect from something like Two Broke Girls, which is just annoying, high-pitched, over the top, like, oh my god, get off my TV. It's not like good acting that makes you want to hate them. Like I don't know what a good example is, like off the top of my head, but like it's like get off my TV kind of heat, if that makes sense.
I think I got a good one for you, like, because I know I hate to point this out, but I mean, because after like what happens throughout season 1, you kind of get hard to root for this guy. Walter White, Breaking Bad, dude.
Thank you. Titania. Yeah, that's her name.
Her name's Titania. What about
Titania?
Walter White?
Yeah.
He becomes hard to root for after he gets lung cancer. Because
dude, I'm only on episode 3.
Oh shoot!
Oh, he's
that's
watching
the one
Breaking
of the first
Bad.
season, bro. Come on, that's not really a spoiler.
I thought that was like the first episode for some reason.
Yeah,
that's the first season, bro. That's the whole plot.
Freaking Milne.
I do the chemistry.
That's the plot of the season, bro. That's not even
That's
a
the plot of the whole show. That's the plot.
Oh wow!
Thank you, Ryan. Jesus.
Oh man.
God, Milne's just killing us over here right now.
Yeah,
Todd.
Milne.
Thank you, Adrian. His name's Todd.
One thing. Yeah, Todd. Thank you, Adrian. One thing that was really, really hyped up about this show was the inclusion of Tim Roth as Abomination, and he was very much wasted, unfortunately.
Let me just say, as a huge fan of the 2008 Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, I was so disappointed with how they handled Abomination. I was just like, "What are you doing? This is stupid." Because story time for you guys. So last time I watched The Incredible Hulk was with one of my buddies. We talked when we watched it. He told me about, like, he didn't tell me specifically like what they did with Abomination. He was just like, I hated the way they handled Abomination like in the show, and I was just like, Don't tell me I want to see for myself. And now that I saw for myself, yeah, now I kind of regret it.
Yeah,
Because
It's
because
unfortunate.
even as a fan of that 2008 movie, like even the more I think about it, the more it's just insulting me. Like, because
See-
I love the way he was crafted in the 2008 film. His look was incredible, but just they had to go that route. What is wrong with you guys?
Not just him, like every male character except Daredevil.
yeah. Every
Thanks,
male
Ryan.
character, Milne, every
Ugh.
male character in this was given the Ghostbusters 2016 treatment. They were either an
Yeah.
idiot, a coward, or an asshole. You couldn't be any one of those three. You know, like you couldn't be
now that
anything
I'm
but
even
thinking
those
about-
three things.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I'm starting to
God.
hate this show now. Now that
Oh
I'm thinking
my
about it, I'm
goodness,
starting to hate
man.
it.
You know what the funny part is? The dude who plays Pug plays the villain of Arrow season 5, and he does such an amazing fucking job on that season. And then you watch this, and then I just sit there and I'm like, bro, it's got to be the writing. Like I've seen this guy act his ass off before, and you've brought him down to a stupid. Honestly, I don't even want to call him a lawyer because. Bro, no one does anything lawyerish. They say they didn't do this because
Why does Juan?
they were,
Why does
"No, I
Juan?
want this."
Why does Juan need a lawyer?
Juan does, dude. He's a
The trademark magic.
Fucking Sorcerer Supreme.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
a freaking dude. He's Sorcerer Supreme.
That's
Sorcerer
another
Supreme
thing.
do not need
That's
Why
freaking
the fuck
lawyers,
does he need a
dude.
lawyer, dude?
This is a show that features the return of Mark Ruffalo, Tim Roth, and Benedict Wong, and we get this. This is the end result.
Now, dude, again, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to hate this show.
The show
Like,
just kind of feels like a parody of the MCU, and I feel like if
Oh yeah,
if
We'll
it
get
played
to that.
itself
Can
that
I
way,
speak on that really quick?
yeah, go ahead.
It's a parody of the MCU in the dumbest way possible. Like they just, it just feels like they parodied it with the most disrespectful type of like writing and also humor that they decided to put in. It's just so
Yeah.
disrespectful.
So
What constantly annoys me on Twitter is like, if you hate She-Hulk, why are you still watching it? Like, we're obviously MCU fans. We can continue watching it and give our opinion on it. Like,
yeah,
we're giving.
I just binged it just to sacrifice myself. That's all I'll say.
I think the show went
It's 30
hardcore
minutes.
into
I don't give a shit.
mocking the trolls online that it became a troll itself.
So
It
this-
literally did.
this-
It just felt like that's gonna be like everybody's freaking troll comments from now on. It's basically freaking She-Hulk. Like,
the
Oh
show
my
just
God.
felt like it was written for Twitter specifically, because I feel like every meme that came out of the show was literally some of the worst aspects of it. Like
even Facebook memes just
like
to put it on that low there.
Madison as a character and becoming as big of a meme as she did through Twitter, it is mind-boggling to me. I don't know why. And the fact that the Madison cinematic universe started to become a thing,
oh god,
like, bro,
No,
when that
we're
started
done.
happening, I'm like, there's no way this wasn't created for Twitter. Like, I can't even
the
be
vil-
mad at this point.
And then they have a Kevin Feige robot at the end.
yes. Oh yeah, Milne I know
Oh.
loves that. I know he loves that. Okay.
I liked that at first, but now that I'm thinking about it, like that was just lazy.
So
Like,
It's named
That's
Kevin.
what She-Hulk is
Kevin.
as a show.
yeah, so
lazy.
just to provide context for the viewers here, as if like you've like everybody who's watching the replay and everybody who's watching the live stream know what happens. So there's a big old fight sequence going on. Jennifer Walters literally almost hits a pause button on this big final battle where she has her cousin coming in and she's like, I don't know if I like this. So she's transported.
See the Hulk smash.
Hold on. She's transported through like this multiverse portal, and she's actually taken to Marvel Studios, like literally taken into a meeting room, and she demands to meet up with Kevin, who is referring to, of course, president and CEO of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. I was sitting there watching this, and I was like, okay, I can't believe this is happening. But if this does not end up with a Kevin Feige cameo from the man himself,
Missed opportunity.
it was a huge missed opportunity. You know, I was.
opportunity, bro.
I would have given the show credit if Kevin Feige was.
It turned out to be a robot with the acronym Kevin, who is controlling the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I'm
Kevin.
like,
And I
What
thought
the hell?
that was literally the dumbest thing they ever could have possibly even come up with. It's just like, what were you guys even thinking? You just you throw that in there, and then it's just like, nope. Like we're like, I don't mean to be like the biggest jerk to Marvel Studios at all, because this is how I feel like what they were trying to do with it. So, for anybody that's gonna think that, hold your horses here, because I felt like the writers were just writing it, and they were just like, let's make like the laziest type of fourth wall break. How do we do that? Let's do this one. Flip. And I was just like, you guys are just lazy with it. I don't know what you're doing.
What is Twitter thinking about the show right now? Let's just write this in. Boom.
So that's the thing. I wouldn't call it lazy. I think it's the exact opposite of that. I think they tried too hard for a specific fan base. And I get the whole idea that She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. I think it was whatever when she did it throughout the entire show. And I'm with you guys about the whole her going to Kevin Feige. They're like, that absolutely broke me, because I think what it does for me personally, it diminishes any project she's in going forward. Because if I see her in Secret Wars, why the fuck can't I just expect at that point for her to leave the movie while we're watching the screen at that point and skip past it? I'm not saying they would do that because that's stupid, but she already took the fucking third act fight out of her own show because it involved her cousin.
I already know they won't even do it.
Captain Marvel over She-Hulk. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, because especially like even if they decided to do that, which of course they won't, because they're smarter than that. I know that.
The thing is, they'll do it for joke, and that's what I'm scared about. Because
I know they won't do it, but I just feel like if they just do, it's just gonna come off like everybody's like gonna like. I guarantee you, if they do that, everybody's gonna be like, in the theater, and I'll just be
everybody's gonna groan all at the same time,
because I feel like somebody's just gonna be there just counting out like 3, 2, 1, big groan.
See, my concern isn't necessarily the fact that she may pop up in Secret Wars. I feel like she's being built up for like the Deadpool movies and all that with the type of comedy they're going for.
I'm done.
Done. Oh, please no.
Yeah.
If they do that, I will not.
I'll
be done.
The return of Hugh Jackman. They have all these freaking people coming. They have Josh Brolin reprising Cable in Deadpool 3, which was just confirmed earlier today. So
it was?
I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that Josh Brolin is coming back.
I will take Josh Brolin.
I'll take that. I'll take Cable.
Anyway, yeah, but I don't know, man. Milne, I know, man. I was looking forward to this show too. But it's what's the verdict here?
Oh, I'll just say this right now. It's literally bottom of the list in terms of every MCU project.
It's
like
definitely
literally
my favorite MCU project.
It's my least
favorite.
Honestly,
probably now thinking about it, it's probably bottom 3 now for me.
Dark World finally got beaten after how many years?
Yeah, Dark World is not that bad.
It's my least
Dark
favorite
World
now.
is.
But see, Zach, that's kind of
sorry.
the point. Even though it was always at the bottom, that it being not that bad always said something. I felt in my book is even though it wasn't that bad, it just means everything else above that was just that much better, and it couldn't have gone down.
Right.
So that's the way I've always looked
Dark
at
World
it.
when I watched it at first, but upon consistent rewatches, I started to realize like they stopped caring.
Every time I do an MCU marathon, I just like, should I watch this? Should I watch Thor: The Dark World?
Anytime I'm going to do an MCU marathon, I'm going to skip Thor: The Dark World.
It's my wife's favorite war movie. I've watched it
honestly,
more than I ever have.
I'm going to be honest about this.
What
happened?
Zach's in here like,
kid you not.
I've watched The Dark World more than any other.
I kid you not. She said she wanted to watch Thor Ragnarok. I said, yeah, absolutely. This is awesome. Put in Thor Ragnarok. It starts, and Surtur is on screen. He's hanging from the chain, and she turns to me and goes, "No, I meant the one with that elf."
Oh,
and I was like,
I can tell you
why.
The Dark World.
Milne.
She's like, yeah, that's my favorite one.
Telling me that, and
wow.
I was just like, wait, what?
Oh,
dude, I know why. It's because the fucking second Thor film
Where
is the
is it?
most like cover model Chris Hemsworth has been in the MCU.
Oh yeah,
Every
probably.
single shot he's introduced,
Thor
it's some
Ragnarok.
like over dramatic
Marvel
where you
movie.
see his
Don't at
giant
me.
muscles popping out and the
Yeah.
wind's like going against him, like absolute just like cover model. And you're just
That's
like,
probably true, but you shouldn't tell me that, otherwise she's never going to be able to watch it again.
Zach, I'm trying to do you a favor,
Dude,
here.
like
I'm
honestly,
trying to
like
warn you, man.
like I said, I would do an MCU marathon. I would skip Thor: The Dark World, to be honest with you, because I don't want to bore myself like to freaking tears. Because that's what I did. That's what happened the last time I watched it. Because I was just like,
Why am I
this
watching this
isn't
again?
good. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you want to know what? The more I think about it, Zach, I completely agree with your takes on this one. Iron Man 3 frustrates the crap out of me every time I think about it.
What?
It
I
does.
love
I
Iron
don't
Man
like it at
3.
all. I'm sorry. I don't
The
like
Iron
it.
Man sequels are not good.
Haters.
They're not good. I'm sorry.
Actually, Zach,
I'm saying this.
I'm going to tell you this. I'll tell you this.
Any
I'll tell you
Iron
this.
Man 3 lovers in here?
Any Iron Man 3 lovers in the chat?
Yeah.
Cool, it's
Zach,
cool.
Zach, let me tell you this. I actually rewatched Iron Man 2 not too long ago.
Don't
I'll
say
watch
it.
that over Iron Man 3 any day of the week.
No
Worst
way,
MCU
bro.
movie.
I'm sorry.
Iron Man
Iron
2
Man
is
2 I will have more
so-
fun with.
Iron Man 2 is my least favorite MCU movie.
Iron Man 2 is weak, dude.
Iron Man 2
Um,
was like right next to Thor:
I-
Dark World.
Bro, I mean, I'll take, bro, like, I get that the villain tropes are pretty much the same as the first film, but honestly, I can still have fun with it, especially seeing Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. I mean, granted, it's not a great villain.
Trevor Slater.
Granted, it's not a good villain, but I love Sam Rockwell.
I wouldn't go in there for 20 minutes.
So
Justin Hammer. And then,
I'll
and
say
then-
this though.
Can you get my? Can you get my?
all right,
bird
Milne.
here?
I'll say
Milne, go ahead.
this. Is it 14 years that the MCU has been around? In the
I
14
think
years
so.
of the
Holy
MCU,
Yeah, 14
crap.
years.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
like
14
my
years.
dad
Hold
took
up,
me to
that's-
Iron Man all the way back in 2008. Been there since the start. I have never disliked an MCU project. Like I've liked some more than others. They've always ranged from okay to great for me. She-Hulk is the first project I can actually say I dislike.
Wow.
I agree with
It's
Zach. Like,
You heard it
Yeah,
here
I would
first,
agree-
ladies and
yeah,
I would
gentlemen.
agree with
Yeah, I would say like the only two that well, now talking about it more, She-Hulk is now the third Marvel project that I dislike.
that. Yeah, for the MCU projects, I would say it's my least favorite, but yeah, I would agree. She-Hulk is the one I dislike. for any Marvel
She-Hulk just
project.
feels like the most purposeless out of any of the Marvel projects.
It's I know this might sound like again, it might sound bad, but I felt like the humor was just written by second graders.
Can we just
written by
retcon
Twitter.
She-Hulk?
Written
It
by
was written by
30-year-old
Twitter.
women who drink wine.
Yeesh. Calm down. Calm
I just
down.
didn't really understand what they were trying to
Ryan,
do
give me
with the
Ryan, give me
show.
a fist bump, bro. Give me a
Yeah.
fist bump.
Because it felt like it was trying to be like just episodic, but also have a through line story. But then it never focused on the story. And then by the end of it, everything that they were trying to set up didn't matter. She just went out of the
It's just,
show
like-
and rewrote the show.
Yeah,
and-
it was all
They
for a
just tried
joke.
it in
That's
some
why
ways to a
everything
point
was
where it
for a
doesn't
joke in the
work.
show.
It's just
And
like-
it was to demean Hulk. Like you're saying you've been through more than the guy who's literally been through a lot of shit. Like the Hulk.
Yeah, I mean,
Get out of here.
it's like you're watching it's like you're watching a different TV show that is so episodic, but at times it can actually feel like it actually is warranted being episodic. But She-Hulk does not warrant that whatsoever. It just comes off
Mhm.
like a freaking snooze fest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought it had a great premise of this lawyer who took superhero.
As a big fan of the Hulk
cases
myself,
in the
I was
MCU.
really excited for this.
Yeah,
I was
Biggest
And,
disappointment of the entire year. I don't care. Biggest disappointment.
I was offended when you literally demeaned the Hulk, like after everything he's been through. He's been through
I'll
way
just
more
say,
than freaking
I felt like with what they did in Endgame, I was like, why are you guys going this route? This is not good. This is not what the Hulk is supposed to be.
I
They were
will
just
say,
like, hey, let's just go the more comic route with Hulk. And I'm just like, no. Can't do it.
What's up, Ryan?
no, I'm just glad this came out before Black Panther because if this
Yeah,
didn't come out,
Yeah,
Black
because honestly,
Black Panther would have been my most disappointing film of the Marvel of the year if this didn't come out.
Oh no. Oh, okay, hold up.
I'm out
Hold
of
up.
here. I'm
Hold
out of
up.
here.
Hold up. We're gonna get to
Most
that. We're gonna get to
disappointing
that.
Marvel project.
I love.
Let me let me catch up with some chats here first. Jacob Hubbard, sorry you couldn't be here tonight, my friend. I miss you, dude. You're awesome. In a film festival, and hope you guys are having a great time. She-Hulk sucks. Not watching the Christmas special, and Black Panther is very good, but not amazing. We'll get to Black
Jacob,
Panther.
watch the holiday special. It's really
Watch
good.
the holiday special, you dweeb.
That he's at a film
You hate
festival. He's
Christmas
literally
if you
put
don't
it
watch
in
the
his
holiday
chat message.
special.
Yeah.
Dude, like he just freaking decides to watch the Mean One, which is a Grinch basically horror film instead of the Guardians holiday
I was gonna
special.
see that.
Get out of here, dude.
Hey, I want to watch the Mean One too.
He's seen
Jacob,
She-Hulk, but not the
Guardians, bro?
holiday
You just
I
special.
was gonna let
Mean
Jacob
One and
know
then not
that,
watch
like-
Guardians, bro.
Hold up.
Come
Hold
on.
up. Milne, what's up?
Jacob, yeah, don't bother with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. The Star Wars holiday special, Jacob.
Oh,
yes. Oh.
You'll thank me later, buddy.
Hubbard.
That's gonna
Get
be a
on
great
it.
Very,
Christmas.
very funny, Mel.
Merry
Very
Christmas.
funny, dude.
Yeah. Adrian, I hope they do She-Hulk better in the future. Apparently, there's going to be a second season. Fuck off. And I'm only saying this because they
I'm not
introduced
watching
her
it.
and gave her her own show.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
No
but,
way,
like,
dude.
God
I
help
mean,
my soul.
If it's a show, like, let me tell you this, like, before we move on. I mean, again, I know I tend to get off topic, but it's just like I have to put this out there just for anyone that's
Go ahead.
curious. So, I'm not like I was usually not the guy for TV shows. Like I was bad with keeping up with them because I just like go through one season, done.
Right here too, buddy.
But guess what? Ever since I watched Cobra Kai and Breaking Bad, I'm getting better. So, but with She-Hulk though, it does not even warrant a second season.
No.
Especially with how they wrapped it up, I was just like, no.
Billy
No,
Warren's
no,
no.
9-episode first.
They announced a season 2 for She-Hulk and they cancel freaking Westworld, bro. No, get out of here.
I'm gonna
Hey,
watch it.
At least those Westworld actors are still
Yeah.
eating that paycheck for season 5, so I'll give them that.
Unless HBO actually decides
Where's
to pick
Moon
it back
Knight
up.
season 2?
See,
I
but
don't know,
that's
man.
the thing. I feel like out of all the MCU shows, literally any other one, I'd rather take a season 2 over this one.
I'll take Loki
Mhm.
season 2 for crying out loud. I mean,
Well,
I know
Loki
that-
season
I'll
2,
take
we're
it.
getting
Disney
that.
Plus next summer.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that any day.
That
I'll
deserves
take-
a
heck,
season.
I'll
2.
take a Moon Knight season 2, bro. I'll take Moon Knight season 2.
Yeah.
I'll take
I
Moon
think-
Knight season 2, and I even wasn't like the biggest on it. Like that's
We
my
need
point.
Jake Locker. Is the name Jake Locker?
That's my
or
favorite
Jake-
MCU
Lockley.
show.
Jake
Jake
Locker.
Locker.
Jake
Jake
Locker.
Locker.
You're thinking of the
Why am I
football player.
thinking of the quarterback, Jake?
You're thinking of the
Ryan.
quarterback who was great in
Again,
college. I actually almost met
Rusty
Jake,
old man here. Sorry.
almost met Jake Locker one time. True story. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, all right, let's talk about the good Marvel project, Black Panther: Wakanda
Yes.
Forever. Now, let me tell you this, guys. Of the
Wakanda
3
forever.
Marvel movies that we got this year, Multiverse of Madness was probably my most anticipated. I was excited for Thor: Love and Thunder, but I'll eat my words on this.
Oh my
I
God.
said in my review that Love and Thunder was better than Ragnarok, and I've rewatched both of them since then.
It's not even close.
Ragnarok is better. Yeah. So
interesting.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you,
thank you.
Zach.
Yes.
Thank you.
yeah, you guys
Bro,
were right.
I was about like I totally got that at first, but upon thinking about it, I was like, this is nowhere near as good as Ragnarok. Like,
Yeah.
I
man,
haven't even bought it on Blu-ray yet.
Yeah.
Bro.
I have it
So-
already.
I'm going to
I'll get it at some.
I'm going to tell you this much, guys. I honestly didn't know how they were going to do this Black Panther sequel without Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to the icon, of course. Rest in peace to the king. Ryan Coogler was dealt a very shitty hand, all things considered,
Oh,
because of Chadwick Boseman's sudden death and because of all the circumstances surrounding it. Because his script was done for this
yeah.
movie.
A week,
He was,
yeah.
Yeah.
his
weeks.
script was finished. He was ready to start, and
He was
then
about to show Chadwick the script.
yep, and Chadwick
And then-
Chadwick passes away. Yeah, just gone. So now he's got to pick up the pieces, and he's got to figure out what he's going to do with it. With what happened, sure, he's the Black Panther. I think
What? Oh,
Queen Ramonda
I saw
dies.
that one. Never mind.
Queen Ramonda.
I
dies.
think Sorry, just had to throw in a little sprinkle of a spoiler in there real quick. But I think
You did that on me with
So did the
Breaking Bad, bro.
posters.
So no way.
I know.
You-
I think Ryan Coogler did really well, given the circumstances, writing the script. And with him writing, I've loved the guy ever since I saw what he did with Creed. So, I never really had any doubt with him.
Fruitvale Station's another good one from him.
Fruitvale Station is great.
Killmonger.
Yeah. Why don't we start with Ryan O'Toole on this one? Yeah, you were probably losing your shit in the theater watching this, huh?
I lose my shit on a couple of scenes in this movie, but I was a little going into this movie, I had the same thoughts as you, Zach. Ryan Coogler was dealt the shittiest hand possible. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Miss you every day, man. This movie had a lot on its plate. Like, I was wondering, are they even going to make this movie after Chadwick Boseman's death?
And they did.
And I'm very happy that they made the movie, because the movie, I thought, did the best damn job possible of honoring Chadwick Boseman, first and foremost.
With the funeral scene at the beginning, too.
Dude,
the way
don't even get me started, bro. I was
The
getting
funeral
tears
scene-
both times.
I think this is one of the best openings in the MCU by far. With the funeral scene, the opening Marvel logo with no music at all, like chills.
Just being a
chills.
freaking memoir to Chadwick Boseman, dude. Like, that's
Like
beautiful.
Ryan Coogler directed the shit out of this movie. That's the best positive I can say about it. I thought the movie all around had a lot of highs. It had some lows, which is understandable. I thought the performances were fantastic, especially from Letitia Wright and Angela Bassett. They were the best parts of this movie by far.
Listen, and I'll tell you this much, man. I agree with you on the performances. Angela Bassett, I would not be surprised if she gets a Best Supporting Actress nomination from the Oscars.
Yes.
That's the only
Yes.
Oscar nom I can see coming
And
out of this,
Payne
as
Marvel.
opposed to the predecessor. And say what you want about Letitia Wright, with her personal values and everything like that, but she showed up for this, and she carried a lot of a lot of her late kayfabe brother's swagger on that screen too. I saw a lot of Chadwick-isms in her performance, and like she actually did show up to the premiere wearing a similar coat that Chadwick Boseman wore to the Oscars the year it was nominated for all those golden statues as well, which is awesome. Like, good on her.
Yeah, I think her acting was just actually really good. Like the opening scene at her brother's funeral. I love that they paid the best respect to Chadwick by giving him an illness instead of just killing him off in like Endgame or something by the snap.
And they don't explicitly say cancer in this either. Like they
just an illness.
He just died from an illness.
Yeah, he just died from an illness.
Best way to
and Shuri couldn't save him. Shuri couldn't save him with an artificial heart-shaped herb or anything like that.
I think for negatives for this movie, no, actually I have one more positive. Namor was a great villain.
Namor.
Tenoch Huerta, he was a great villain. Love Namor in this. I did have some issues with this character. I did have some issues. He wasn't perfect. He's not a Killmonger. We'll talk about Killmonger as well.
Oh yeah.
I think issues. Riri Williams. I love Dominique Thorne. I can't wait to see her show. But her character in this movie,
this is killing me.
Unnecessary. America Chavez. Another America Chavez, bro.
Hey, at least she was more entertaining than America Chavez. And
she was.
Listen,
fair enough.
Listen, I get what you're saying. Like, Riri Williams is for sure a plot device here. But I found her extremely entertaining, and I thought Dominique Thorne showed up as well. It looked like she was having so much fun. Namor?
The Atlanteans.
Yes. So
what is it? The Telecons, the Na'vi? Are they?
Yeah,
they're the Na'vi. They're the
Na'vi,
Na'vi.
baby.
Yeah, James Cameron, screw you. This movie about blue people came out first. Yeah.
A lot of WTF moments happening. I'm like, how could this happen? How did this happen? Like
literally all of Namor's army, it's just people from Avatar. It's just the big gigantic
the Na'vi versus Wakanda.
Yeah, it's just the blue people in just normal 6 foot tall Zack human form. So that's all they are. They're not 10 feet tall blue cats running around in James Cameron's Dreamland, but yeah, I'm sure that very much rubbed him the wrong way. But
I think the first Black Panther is better. I would prefer the first Black Panther over Wakanda Forever. But I have to watch it again. That's
show of hands. Sure. Who prefers the first Black Panther? Oh, Ryan didn't even hesitate. Nope. I'm going to say...
Dude, it's 40 minutes shorter. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah, this... Wakanda Forever's pacing, and Milne, I'll let you address this as well. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Certainly... Yeah, there was some stuff that could have been trimmed out, but what did you think overall? Is this movie better than the first?
It's different than the first. I don't know. It's hard to, because you're going to. That's going to depend on your experience, I think. Like personally, for me, I mean, I've said this before, and I'm not gonna rewrite history for myself because of what's happened. But excuse me, T'Challa is my least favorite part of Black Panther in the first one. Like Chadwick does a good job, good performance. Absolutely, he owns the character. But my favorite stuff about the first film was Wakanda and the supporting characters and Killmonger. Killmonger stole the show in the first film, right? And in the second film, I was so much more invested with the secondary characters being pushed into the leading character roles, and the fact that you could tell, or at least I felt it anyways in the theater, that they were bringing their real world grief. And Ryan Coogler was bringing what he was really going through into his script and into this story, and all the characters were feeling it. And I just got wrapped up more into the nation of Wakanda and these characters and what they were going through and Shuri's emotional journey. I just resonated more with this one. And also the scope and scale of this movie was so impressive. I was blown away in the theater. It looked fantastic.
Ryan, I'll get to you.
Dude,
Ryan,
I really am just gonna be the downer in the group. I'm sorry.
Listen, this is I didn't think much was going to come out of this movie, but out of the 3 movies that we've gotten theatrically from the MCU this year, I think this one might be my favorite, thinking about it, just because of the emotional resonance there.
Yeah,
it feels like a
best movie.
Easily.
Say what you want about it, Ryan, especially in a few moments, say what you want about it, but there's something that you cannot deny about this. With Chadwick Boseman's passing and everything like that, and everything that all these actors and all these crew members are throwing into this is a product of love. Absolutely a product of love.
Love and respect, yes.
Yeah, it was incredible to see on the big screen. And my friend Francisco, I saw this movie with him on opening night. Shout out to you, man, if you're watching this. Spoken Misc podcast on Spotify. Hasn't posted in a while, but it's a great listen. He was sitting there. He was getting emotional like I was, but not at the parts he might be thinking. At Namor. More so.
Namor.
Mainly because he was looking at it because from a Latino's perspective, seeing a badass Namor like that on the big screen in a big Marvel project, that inspires him so much so. And I'm right there with him. And Namor, I thought, was an incredibly... Listen, a lot of people are going to compare him to Killmonger. There's no sitting there and denying that. He had a very...
Why, though.
I kind of don't see him as Killmonger.
I'm with Ryan. I don't know why. I think people just do because it's the first movie, but they're very different characters.
They are. They have different
motivations.
Very
different
there, dude.
Right. Yeah, they have different motivations.
This guy, you understand why he wants to do what he wants to do.
And I think again, it comes down to the writing of how
he just wanted an ally. Yes. That's all he wanted.
You know, yeah. So Ryan Coogler also wrote this movie, to my knowledge, just like the first one. And this villain very much was written like a Killmonger, very much challenging our main character, Shuri, in this case. And it was, I don't want to say it felt political in a way, but the stuff Namor was saying, it really makes you think. And I don't know what it is about Coogler's writing that does this, like with his villains.
Which is why I want him for Secret Wars. I think he could do Doctor Doom the best.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't know if it's going to be
Because
Doctor Doom in Secret Wars, but
if he can make a villain, we know Ryan Coogler can do villains really well.
yeah. All right, Ryan, take it away. What did you think?
First argument: Namor is not a villain, but Killmonger is. I think Namor is way more an anti-hero. Just if you look at both of his and Killmonger's perspective, Killmonger's perspective is way more. I mean, I don't want to say way more deadly, but it's not coming from the same place as Namor. Namor is just doing it to save his tribe from the same thing that happened to him when colonialism happens.
Yeah.
That's something that hits on a way bigger level than Killmonger trying to trade arms to make people just more free. I think
share Wakanda's resources.
Yeah, share Wakanda's resources. Good job, Killmonger. I think it's way more relatable and way more. It's easier to side with him because it's not out of. He's not doing it because he wants to go out and murder everyone. He's being forced to come out like this, where Killmonger's coming out because he's just angry at the world. And I think that's really what differentiates him and Namor from being a villain and an anti-hero. Because even Namor at the end, he says, Wakanda is going to come to us for help, but he's going to help them to help prove his point that the air or the dry world above ground is not their ally.
Yeah.
And he's not doing it to get back at Wakanda. He's making Wakanda join them. So ultimately, he does things to them to hurt them, but that's just because he's in their way. And that's my argument to seeing him less as a villain and more of an anti-hero, because he's just trying to help himself, his colony, and he tries to extend the offer to the same group that is affected in the same way that his group was. And I think that's why this movie hits on the Hispanic culture, just like the first one hit so hard on the African American cultures, because both those movies share the same aspect with the same story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking about writing, I guess, I mean, I think Letitia Wright, she did a fine job. I'm definitely not in the boat of her becoming Black Panther. I don't think she has the presence of Chadwick Boseman, but outside of Chadwick, I don't even think she has the screen presence of Denai Guerrera or Winston Duke or Nakia.
Yeah.
Like those three alone,
they were wasted in the movie.
Exactly. They were wasted in the film for someone who I thought was much better in a supporting role. I mean, I don't think Letitia could carry this movie. And I think it was, I don't want to say obvious, but from a writing standpoint, I think that's why, other than Chadwick and T'Challa being Ramonda's son, I think that's why Ramonda had such a bigger role in this, and why she she literally takes a lot of that emotional impact outside of the opening scene for the good first half of this film until it has to lean more on Shuri. And even then, man, I'll tell you, I did not feel a single fucking thing when she came down in that Black Panther outfit. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was the filmmaking. I don't know if it's the characterization, but I could not, from that moment on, I felt like, wow,
let me address that.
Not on board with her.
Let me address that.
One scene I did flip my shit on.
Wakanda Forever 2, when it was doing the panning of them on top of the boat, and it was the very reminiscent, iconic shot of Chadwick doing it. I'm like, oh my god, bro!
During Endgame, when he comes to the portal,
Bombay. That and Infinity War, bro. When those two moments happen, you're just sitting there like, hey, Bob, like you feel like you're in it, but like when she does it, she feels like she's just saying it because she's getting paid to say it. I don't feel like she's saying it because
Chadwick has a screen presence, dominant screen presence.
Right.
It's nothing against Letitia. It's just I don't think she's as strong of an actor. Not even considering Chadwick. Just in the film alone, I feel like so many people overpower her. Like when you come out of the film, you don't talk about Black Shuri that often. You talk about, oh man, where was Winston Duke as often in this movie? I wish there was.
I
more
really
Nakia.
wanted a boss fight with M'Baku and Namor.
Like
that would have been dope. That would have been dope.
That would have been great.
In a perfect world, Killmonger would have realized the error of his ways in the multiverse, and then he would have come back from the dead, and that would have been.
That was the scene I flipped my shit on, the Killmonger.
Yeah.
Scene.
So I'll address this, but let me just say this about Letitia Wright. First of all, I mean, I feel like she did, given the circumstances, she was okay in the Black Panther role. But similar to Ryan, I didn't feel very much emotional connection with her. I don't know if it's because of what she has said in real life. She said some pretty controversial crap.
Dude, outside of who she is,
I'm trying to
person,
escape the art.
Right.
I don't feel like she brings any real gravitas to this role. Yeah, she's crying and being emotional, but like you guys are saying, I feel like this is more of them grieving rather than the characters. And that's not a negative thing, but it's not the best thing in terms of making a film. Because when I'm definitely in the boat of, I definitely feel like I'm watching a funeral when I see this movie. And it's nothing against the circumstances of it, but it's definitely one that honestly I'd rather watch Thor: The Dark World over this. Not only because it's a hard film.
I'm out.
I'll say this: it's a very hard film.
It is shorter. That's a
not only
it is shorter,
but this is a hard film to get through in a general viewing. It's such an emotionally heavily film. But like, see, I was bored. The pacing in this movie is so unjust because it's so distinct between trying to be a Marvel film and trying to be a film for Chadwick Boseman. And that's my problem.
I had so much WTF moments in this movie.
Here's a statistic for the class.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
Ever since we lost Wakabi, Daniel Kaluuya's character, the security of the border,
where was he in this movie?
The border
in prison.
tribe.
Probably in prison,
The security of Wakanda is awful. Namor got into your nation twice,
and that's how Captain America. That's how Steve Rogers finds out where Wakanda is in Infinity War, just because their security is so terrible. But
I just want to know what happened to all the rhinos.
Wakanda now.
Yeah, Milne. What happened to all the rhinos? Where were the rhinos?
Where were the rhinos?
Right?
To kill James's parents and James and the Giant Peach. That's probably where they were.
Banish him?
Right.
Yeah, because he betrayed. Another thing. What was the other thing? Obviously, when Namor, spoilers, kills Queen Ramandra, rest in peace, in the movie.
Okay, I will argue he did not kill her. She could have made it out there. The only reason why she died is because Riri was there too, and she decided to save Riri.
Yeah, she was an idiot. That's why she died.
Yeah, that's my point. She died because she decided to save the kid. But ultimately, how the fuck did she get her up there if she drowned at that point? Like, Riri should have drowned.
I cab say.
But that's just movie logic at that point.
That's just physics, Ryan. We should know this.
Riri actually pulled her down first so she could make it to the top before her. It actually wasn't a rescue.
Why did they have the final battle?
The twist is that Ironheart killed the queen.
And why did they have a final battle of the ship in the ocean?
Hey, listen. So that final battle sequence, I will say this,
bro. Put me to fucking sleep.
Listen,
I'm sorry, bro. It is literally the most boring third act.
The Talocans were destroying them in that battle.
I just don't know why they thought they would ever win that fight. They put themselves at the highest disadvantage. And can I just argue Namor is a fucking
Jacob
idiot as well?
Thank you. Jacob Hubbard, Julia Louis-Dreyfus in this movie.
Dude, anything that has to do with
did not need to be there.
Anything that makes this a Marvel movie, it just ruins it. Between Riri Williams,
that was another issue.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, between Martin Freeman, write them all the fuck out of this movie. This movie does not have time for them. This movie does not have time for any of the characters they introduce in here. Like they spend so much time on meandering bullshit. And I think that's really what it is. like the whole love interest for Denai Guerrero's character, like Okoye, like it wasn't Okoye. It was the other Dora Milaje character.
It was the substitute Dora Milaje.
So this is also
Zack.
Yep.
My other problem, they have a Dora Milaje character in the first film, but they add 3 more characters and completely undermine the other cool Dora Milaje. Like, why?
Yeah.
You already have a character that you put in the first film. Build off that one. You don't need to add another one to have you know what, guys? This is Disney. We are LGBTQ friendly, and we're just going to say my love and kiss you on the forehead because we cannot get banned in the other countries.
My boy.
Also, Queen Ramondra's death. It was a very powerful scene, but I've seen it done better in another MCU movie. Have y'all seen Spider-Man: No Way Home? Did that remind you of Ant-Man? Green Goblin?
It's starting to become the formula.
I mean, Ryan points out a good thing, though. I mean, Shuri's whole story arc is literally T'Challa's from Civil War. Like, it's literally a rewritten.
So let's name the characters who lost everything. Shuri lost everything. Peter Parker, Thor. Who else lost everything?
Peter Quill is about to lose everything when both Mantis and Drax die.
Yeah.
It's also part of the Marvel formula.
Yeah,
it's becoming the Marvel formula now.
It is.
Can I also say, like, am I the only person who's just fucking tired with these malevolent just stabs in the gut to the main characters that have no actual meaning to it? Like, I feel like in the past few Marvel films, there are these final blows to our characters that they just walk off. And I know that we're superheroes and shit, but sure, I'm sorry. You get stabbed through your fucking small intestine, your right intestine. You have no right to snap it off, pull it out.
Your liver.
Dude, literally the bottom left
of
her stomach.
Yeah, Killmonger didn't survive. How did Killmonger not survive?
Exactly. Like, and
Killmonger is so much stronger.
Well, there was still a piece left in Killmonger. She literally pulled herself off the entire
That would make her die faster. That would make her die faster, bro. You gotta see
not even
he'd bleed out.
Not even Logan can survive that.
Also,
he didn't survive that in Logan.
He didn't have nanotechnology.
We have
the technology.
Also, I think Namor is just a bit of a fucking idiot by this third act. Like, the whole third act fight could have easily just, like, honestly, I don't even know why Shuri won that.
Wow.
She only won it because the plot told her to win it. If Namor really wanted to win, all he really needed to do was, after he knocked her down the first time, was carry her and throw her into the fucking ocean, and then that would have just been game.
So let me say this. I feel like you're not wrong what you're saying, Ryan. But that final fight scene, I will say this, even though I do prefer the first Black Panther movie over this, just because of the pacing and everything like that. And Jacob Hubbard has said in the chat that it's not the most rewatchable because of the pacing. One thing this movie I feel like has over the first one, that final fight sequence,
the final battle was
handled so much better, so much better than the first movie.
Yeah.
Just because that final fight scene of the first Black Panther movie always pisses me off so much watching it.
It looks like a PS2 game.
It looks like a PS2 game. I made Ryan so mad. Yeah, it does look like a PS2 game, doesn't it, Zack?
I played back in 2001. Oh my word!
Ryan's computer crashed.
Yeah, it did. We'll keep going. Yeah, he's restarting. But
even though, some of the fights, the choreography against Shuri and Namor was a little bit off, I still, it was definitely shot better than the entire third act of Black Panther.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah. So, Milne, there was a scene that Ryan was bringing up earlier about him losing his shit. It was about Killmonger coming in the astral
plane. Are you going to be noble like your brother? Or you going to take action like me?
He's like an encyclopedia of movie quotes right here.
Yeah.
Like, he just has them all. But what did you think when, she takes the heart-shaped herb? What were your feelings? What were your feelings seeing that?
I liked it. I thought it was a really cool way to bring him back, and it was unexpected. At least I was thrown for a loop, kind of like Sherry. Because I was worried. I was like, when she took the herb, I was like, all right, we know that the father's there, Ramonda should be there, and are they gonna do something to symbolize T'Challa's there? Like I was preparing myself for that. Like, is this gonna be something? And then when it turned out that it was Killmonger, which is also part of her family line, I thought that was
sense. He was
smart.
the last Black Panther,
and especially when they started to play with like the route she was going down was lining up more with what his story was. So I thought it worked really well. It was a nice surprise, threw me for a loop. It was nice seeing him back. And I think it worked really well for what they were doing with the arc for Shuri's character as well.
Yeah, it was just a great moment. Like, I was watching the scene. It's probably going to be Angela Bassett that's on the throne, and I see Michael B. Jordan in his dreadlocks. I was like, "Oh shit, they brought him back!"
Yeah,
and this is
cool moment.
It's just coming from a hardcore fan of Michael B. Jordan. I love that guy. He's so awesome.
Are you gonna be noble like your brother?
Or
you gonna take action like me?
I was just sitting there watching him, and I'm like, he is so riveting. You know, like I don't want to say he's acting circles around Letitia Bassett or Letitia Wright or anything like that. Did I say Letitia Bassett?
Close if they were actually mother and daughter. You would have had it.
He's like, cousin. What up, cuz?
Bro.
It's cousin Shuri.
Bro, when that scene happened, I literally smacked my knee. I smacked my knee and I'm like, of course they fucking did this. Of course. I feel like I'm the only one who just like did not care about that scene.
Really?
I love Michael B. Jordan, but I'm like, come on, this is the most we need to get Michael B. Jordan into this film type of scene ever. Like, and I know with the whole ancestral field and shit, they set up in the first movie, but I don't know if it's more of the scene or I just don't vibe with her whole character arc because it goes back to her acting. I don't believe she's angry. There's something like there's something within her performance that I just can't hold on to that makes me connect with this character in any way. There's like, and that's the thing that bothers me the most when she's the main character and she's getting all the screen time, and that's the one you have to care about. And
no, I see what you're saying. But
I'm more frustrated with the movie than I actually hated. I want to say, there's just a lot of questionable choices. I do think you guys definitely can't disagree that this movie is 40 minutes way too long.
I understand why it's very discombobulated because Ryan Coogler once again was dealt a very shitty hand. Obviously, the script was going to be very jumbled without Chadwick in it. Yeah,
but he added so many unnecessary bits.
Yeah, like
either fell out of his
the Thunderbolts tie.
Yeah,
like I don't need the Thunderbolts tie.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Martin Freeman in a relationship.
That's all. That's gotta be a Marvel mandate, though.
That's my point.
we gotta set up the
and it goes for Riri Williams as well.
And Ironheart too. We gotta set up Ironheart.
I don't like her character in this movie.
Yeah.
She's literally just thrown in because she has a show coming out. I don't understand why they couldn't have just written the scientist to be just nothing character.
So
they have her when they have Ironheart show coming out in just a year's time at this point, like, bro, just fucking introduce her through that show.
It's just
they don't do anything for her in this movie that warrants her to be in it. I don't learn anything new about her. She's just smart. She just becomes Iron Man. There's no level to her for me to grasp onto. And so when she's having fun, there's like, they have this whole final flight thing. And I'm like, bro, why is this a final flight or first flight, not final flight? Sorry. First flight where when you think of Iron Man's first flight, you think of the journey that he went to get to that first flight. Between going through the cave, making the Mark I suit, and just being able to shoot himself up and then come down. And then it's a nice moment when he finally builds the Mark II and flies. But you skip over all that because it needs to get to the third act to fucking fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the suit's just kind of fucking ugly.
Oh,
and I don't really understand how she made like an Iron Man Mark 100 suit right away. Like I know she's an MIT student, but like yet again, it goes back to the writing. There's nothing in the writing to hint that she's a smart character other than, oh, she built this thing.
Yeah.
That like, bro, that's the most random fucking thing that you could write to explain that she's smart.
Yeah, so it's sort of like
she can't even be like a super diehard Tony Stark fan or someone who followed his life.
Number one, well, they already have a Tony Stark hardcore fan, and his name's Peter Parker, but I digress. Number two, so very similarly, we're introduced to Ironheart in this series, like, because, she has a series coming out by the same logic, because America Chavez has a series coming out. That must mean she must be introduced in oh, wait, no, she doesn't have a show coming out.
I have a theory.
Move on.
Time. Theory time.
All right.
Riri Williams goes to MIT.
She's already in MIT.
Going to MIT.
Who else goes to MIT?
Ned and MJ.
And MJ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only person that doesn't interest me because
Flash Thompson too.
Fuck.
Oh yay!
Freaking Flash Thompson.
My life is Peter Parker's best friend.
I don't know. This movie did nothing for my interest outside of what interest I already had for the Ironheart show. I like Dominique Thornton as Riri, but this movie did nothing for her or the character. It kind of just felt thrown in because of that Marvel mandate. And like I said, go back before, everything Marvel about this movie is what really brings it down in a large aspect outside of what's to the right.
I have a statistic for the class, by the way.
Woo! Numbers.
So other than Infinity War and Endgame, Black Panther Wakanda Forever has the longest runtime out of any MCU project.
Unfortunately.
The longest.
Yeah,
longer than 6 minutes
it's
longer than Eternals.
Infinity War.
Take that, Eternals.
It's longer than
No, it's 4 minutes longer.
Take that, Eternals.
Unwarranted.
Listen, I would rather rewatch this over Eternals any day of the week.
I'll watch this over Eternals. I wasn't bored.
I will.
I don't know.
Kind of like, how? What? How? What? Why is your security so awful, Wakanda?
do we have to choose between watching Wakanda? Well,
can we talk Nakia? Wakanda. We talking Baku and Nakia now?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, M'Baku, I think we've said our case. M'Baku only has 2-3 scenes in this movie,
and one of them's eating a carrot.
Probably like 3.
Eating a carrot. Yeah.
Was anyone else confused by like that arm wrestle him and Shuri did when she first was that supposed to be like a big dick energy type of move, or were they trying to show that they're cool? Like I was kind of thrown off by that.
I thought it was testing her strength.
So it was testing her strength.
I mean, I don't know why. I can't imagine a regular human in a Black Panther suit can survive a fall from like 200 feet.
Too? They gave her.
Let's talk about Okoye.
Okoye has a really interesting arc in this, I think, because she has
a badass fight against the Talakans, the Na'vi. Let's just call them the Na'vi.
And
then she gets stripped
Ryan
of her
Coogler's
general
Pandora.
title. Huh. She gets stripped of her general title in the movie. Spoilers. When the powerful scene by Angela
City, bro. You can go spoilers.
Yeah.
Let's call them. I wish James Cameron directed this.
This was the first time we saw Okoye get we've seen her get
she gets her ass kicked.
She gets her ass kicked in this
bro.
fight.
She takes some punches.
And she gets her
she didn't even realize
general
how
title stripped
how powerful the Talakans are, dude. She didn't even realize that. And it's just like sometimes you don't even know how powerful sometimes the henchmen, I guess you could say, for villains are. It's just it looks like they're down. They just come back up.
Yeah, they sure do. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, Wakanda Forever, definitely a labor of love, but certainly very flawed. Yeah, what you got, Ryan?
We talked the post-credit scene.
Oh, yes, we can.
My dad and I, we saw this movie together. My dad's a huge comic book movie fan like I am. He said to me going into this movie, don't be surprised if T'Challa had a kid during the flip.
Okay.
And what happens in the end credit scene?
He actually has a kid.
Wait,
he had a kid.
Yup.
Can I genuinely ask this? Are you guys actually shocked by that? This is a genuine question.
I'm not shocked.
No, honest to God, you guys were really shocked when you saw that kid pop up?
No,
at the end?
I was shocked. I was like,
not at all.
Hold it.
Okay, because something that I saw on Twitter, apparently a lot of people didn't realize that kid was in the school when Ramondo went to go visit Nakia. And after the post-credit scene played, that was one of those moments I look back on that I think actually enhanced that moment for me, because I thought it was a nice scene, but I'm like, come on, bro, can we get Nakia back in the movie a little bit? Also, I'm not even going to question how Nakia found Shuri that easily, but that's besides the point. I forgot where I was going with that.
Milne, what'd you think when you saw the kid pop up?
I wasn't really shocked. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right? I don't. But like, how much do they, like, genuine question again? How much do they expect us to care about this? Because the kid's like 5 years old. Like, what are they gonna do? Another?
You gotta come back in 2030 for Black Panther 5.
At least with like Ant-Man and Cassie, they could explain the 5-year time jump, and like even if they didn't have the 5-year time jump, they could have done something with the quantum realm to age her faster. But like, come on, how important is this character really going to be in terms of becoming a Black Panther within the next 10 years? If they don't do anything drastic.
I feel like one of the big themes about this movie is focusing on grief and like how you cope with grief and all that. I feel like is the legacy portion of that, how you're going to carry on afterwards.
But see, that's my point is, are we ever, that's what I'm trying to get at. Are we ever going to see the legacy for us to care about seeing this right now?
I think this kid is going to end up hanging out with the Iron Man 3 kid.
The Iron Man 3.
So fucking random.
No, Zack, that kid is too. That kid's older than Riri Williams right now. I'm pretty sure.
The Iron Man 3 kid. That's a flex.
Oh my god!
Hey, at least he got a role at the funeral. So
yeah, he was there at the funeral.
Yeah.
I'm very mad at the MCU this year. I don't like, outside of Black Panther, like all three of the projects I've just felt super underwhelmed about in terms of the movies. I had really not high expectations, but I had expectations for all three of them, and none of them hit any of the expectation in any regard.
That is a fantastic segue, Ryan, into our final topic tonight. Phase 4 is in the books. We're looking to the future, my friends. Yep. Phase 5. We got a couple of trailers that came out. We've had the Ant-Man Quantumania trailer for a while, and this is where we fully first see our baddie for the multiverse saga, as it's been dubbed. Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. Looks freaking menacing. Looks great. I don't expect Ant-Man to die in this, like a lot of people were theorizing, because he has signed on for Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So, so it should be. I'm not expecting Quantumania to be like outstanding or anything like that. I'm expecting some certain plot development going into the big Avengers movies coming up, but I'm just hoping to be entertained by it. The project I'm looking forward to for sure is the Guardians 3. We've already talked a lot about it, but we finally got a trailer a week ago, and I don't know if you can see it on my phone, but I have actually changed my fucking wallpaper. There you go. To the poster. Because it was on the fucking...
Zach, why am I not surprised that you did that, dude? Why am I not surprised?
Damn
Like-
right I did. Damn right
Like,
I
not
did.
even in the slightest, bro. Because like, oh man, like
Yeah.
now you got me thinking right now because at one point I had my my wallpaper as the grabber, like both my lock screen and my home screen like for the grabber, and then now
That's
because
scary.
of Milne, stop. And then at one point I changed it to both Breaking Bad, but now my lock screen is Dexter, and now my home screen is Breaking Bad.
There you go. There you go. But what did you think of these? What did you think of these trailers, Luke?
So I did tell Zack this earlier before we went live that I actually just watched the Guardians 3 trailer today because for the first time I did not watch the trailer when it premiered because I wanted to go in with a pair of fresh eyes and just kind of see what was up. But when I realized that we were going to be talking about this, I was like, all right, what do they got? So I was like, so I watched it and I was like, ooh. Yeah, I'm not emotionally ready for this movie either, dude. I mean, with Wakanda Forever, though, to me at first with Wakanda Forever, I didn't really see it as much of a big deal as a lot of other people did, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, I understand like Chadwick Boseman's legacy and everything. I get it for sure, but I was gonna tell you this, guy, when we were talking about Wakanda Forever. Like, I think the first Black Panther is the most overrated MCU film by far. It's one of my. I mean, I still like it, to be honest with you, but it's one of my least favorites of the entire MCU. Cuss me out all you want, but you're not going to convince me that it's actually that great of a movie. Sorry, but moving on.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna dwell on that. Just putting it out there.
So the first Black Panther movie, I certainly have my issues with it as well, but I think it's better than Wakanda Forever just in terms of like pacing and everything like that.
Wakanda Forever flew by for me both times when I saw this in theaters. It flew by for me,
bro.
No,
Dude,
I don't care, man. It flew by for me.
The second time I saw this, like I'll say this on stream, like it started putting me to sleep. Like I won't even lie. One of my big issues when it comes to like the pacing is they put the better action sequence in the middle of the film, and then everything after that assault on Wakanda.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
Shutting down.
Oh, he froze again.
Oh, I just realized he froze.
That's Ryan Coogler doing that.
But now I realize I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I understand your guys' takes and everything, but I felt like the first Black Panther was way too slow for my liking. Like, I couldn't really get into it very well. I mean, I love Wakanda, the world building. Killmonger, one of the best MCU villains for sure. I mean, no doubt about it. But I mean, I couldn't really get into most of the characters. The jokes were terrible, and God, don't even get me started on that CGI.
So to sum up, you love the trailer, right?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Let's point to the door. Point to the door for Milne.
Ryan's gonna restart again, but Jacob Hubbard. Let's talk phone wallpapers. Mine is Nope poster with the horse. Nope is still my favorite movie of the year. I'm sorry,
but Toby and
talking about spoilers.
Oh, bro,
Milne, what do
you?
Milne, it's your turn.
For my wallpaper?
Yes.
What's
your
my
phone
wife?
wallpaper?
I'm married.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cassidy.
Yeah. But I gotta say though, anyways, let's continue. I'm gonna continue. I should probably talk about my other thoughts for Quantumania. I should also talk about that also. 'Cause I keep forgetting about that. But one thing I would love to point out about Quantumania, I mean, this being the film to open up Phase 5, I mean, it's a good choice to say, honestly, to open up Phase 5. I'm interested to see where they go now that they're going into the quantum realm.
It's not opening Phase 5, though.
It's the first movie in Phase 5.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what I'm saying. It's opening Phase 5.
Okay.
Or is it
So,
What
no,
If
you're right.
season?
What
No,
if
Secret
season
Invasion?
2?
Secret Invasion comes out in January.
Does it? I thought it came
Secret
out in
Invasion,
March.
yeah.
No, it doesn't. March.
I thought it
March.
came out in January. Are
thank
you
you.
sure?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
sure it's
I
March.
think
so.
Anyways,
Ryan, I think it's What If season
I don't think
2.
a release date's confirmed, but it's spring 2020.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
What If
looking
season
right
2.
now. For some reason, I thought
It's definitely Quantumania starting for the movies.
no,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
that
what I'm
is
saying.
definitely
And,
for sure.
Yeah, but
and
we're getting
just-
3 movies next year.
What
We're
if
getting,
season 2 is January? I think.
Yep.
Probably,
We're
but
getting
yeah, anyways.
Quantumania, Guardians 3, which is probably my most anticipated movie of
And
next year.
Marvels.
It
And the
is
Marvels.
mine.
Marvels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Guardians
but I also
3 is
have
my
to
most
say,
anticipated.
Yeah.
the look at the quantum realm is stunning.
Oh yeah. It looks
With what they
good.
were able to accomplish, like them going into the quantum realm, it's stunning to look at, and I'm interested to see where they go, especially with Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors, of course.
Which everybody's saying he looks like he's in Spy Kids 3D. Shut up.
Shut your face.
Shut your face.
And we're saying the
But
costumes
overall,
look like
to be
Spy
honest with you,
Kids.
overall, I think this is my most anticipated Marvel project for next year. To be honest, 'cause,
Really?
I mean, I love the first Ant-Man, and I really get a kick out of Ant-Man and the Wasp. And now that they're actually having Cassie like come into the play for this one, you got me signed up, man.
Played by
I
Catherine
kinda-
Newton, who
I
is
kind
awesome.
of I kind of feel bad for the other actress in Endgame that played.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's. Oh, poor.
Only
What a
because
wasted.
Catherine Newton was in Freaky, and now she's going to be in a big Marvel project now. But
They
Milne, what is?
recasted.
Yeah, they recasted the
Yeah.
daughter. Yep.
I
Cassie.
didn't even notice.
Bigger name, baby. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Bigger
But
name.
Milne, what's your most anticipated project for next year of the 3 movies? that we're
Probably
getting?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Marvels just to see Kamala Khan because I really loved Miss Marvel, but I haven't seen enough from it to know what the story is or what's happening with that movie overall. So Guardians of the Galaxy, though,
Yeah.
the
I'm with
this
you,
is
man.
not just the
a
finale
close
of the
one for me, though.
franchise;
It's close.
the finale of James Gunn's run in Marvel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now,
This
because
is-
he's now running DC.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We got
James
Will.
Gunn, what are you doing?
We got 2 villains in Guardians 3. We got Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, and we
Adam
also
Warlock.
have Chukwudi Iwuji from the Peacemaker series playing the High
The
Evolutionary.
High Evolutionary.
John.
Ryan is stoked for that, I'm sure.
I like the
Both of us
actor.
are.
Because I know
bro.
you loved Peacemaker, right?
Peacemaker's
You loved
great.
Peacemaker,
I
didn't you?
really like.
Hey,
I love.
And guess who else
Peacemaker.
loved Peacemaker? Me.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I
Which,
bought
by
it
the
just
way,
'cause-
the opening
John
song is
Cena.
still the opening.
I
song
should have got- dude,
slaps,
I
as
should have
always,
bought that.
from Peacemaker.
Yeah. What's up, Ryan?
The opening song in Peacemaker slaps.
Do you want to taste it? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to taste it? Yeah.
And
Anyway.
just that dance sequence alone, just
No, I don't, John Cena. I don't want to fucking taste it. Okay, like I don't. I'm tired of it, bro. You've asked me 8 times already, and like you just keep asking, and I'm kind of fucking annoyed.
I already
Ryan,
know James Gunn's
Ryan.
about to give us a banger opening.
Hold
song
on.
in Guardians.
Hold on, Ryan. How can you taste it if you can't see him?
Just because you can't, just like the Invisible Man, bro. He might be invisible, but he's still an adamant object.
I'm about to fucking walk out with these John Cena puns.
What do you think?
Bro,
like,
like-
the main intro song for Peacemaker. I always say, for some reason, I always want to say
For
Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker.
I don't know
Peacemaker.
why I want to say Peacekeeper. But like Peacemaker, what do you think the intro song is going to be? Do you think it's going to
Oh,
up it?
if
If
it's
it doesn't
not
up
the
it,
same,
like-
Peacemaker
if it's-
season 2 is probably.
do you want to taste it?
Do you want
wanna-
to? It's just. Do you want to
Yep.
taste it just 5 times instead of 3? Do you
Yeah.
really?
No.
taste
The
it?
opening's gonna be.
So tell me what you want, what you really want.
And his name is John Cena.
Bro, I didn't even know Chicken Run 2 was coming out next year. What?
actually,
That's what I was about to say, too.
actually, now that he puts it there, I'll give you my most anticipated movie of next year.
Yeah.
Chicken Run 3.
No,
Black Phone 2.
Zach, point to the door, everybody. Point to the door. Point to the door.
Top Gun
Black
3.
Phone 2. No, that's
Gun
the motion. What are you talking about?
Guys, Black Phone does not need a sequel. It doesn't. It ended perfectly. No need for a sequel.
There's many
Ready?
movies that ended perfectly
Ready?
the first time.
You guys ready? As a
Yeah.
big fan of this character myself, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Bro, get that sub, dude.
Oh.
Dude, stop. Like,
Dude, I'm
really,
so excited, bro.
Let's
They brought out
go.
freaking Mario Karts.
I'm gonna watch it solely because I know how
Jack
funny
Black
the
as Bowser.
fucking accent is
The
gonna
best
be.
part of the movie.
But
Best
there's
part of
one
the movie.
problem. There's a human with a mustache,
With the
just
mustache,
like you.
just like you.
And
Notice
dude,
how he
I don't
doesn't
care what
say-
I don't
You
care
know
what
that
anybody
guy-
says.
Let's
that guy
go.
That guy sounds
I
like Dewey Finn. Do you know who Dewey
Bro.
Finn is?
No.
Bro,
Dude,
I
don't wanna
just
know.
performed in School of Rock the musical. Of course I know who Dewey Finn is.
Bowser sounds like Dewey Finn.
I
Oh,
have to
really?
tell you this. Like,
I
don't
have
care
to
what
do
anybody
my
says.
chores today, so now I'm really ticked
Oh,
off.
I have to say this right now.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't mind Chris Pratt at all. Like, I'm fine with it. But I mean,
Dude, I'm sorry.
He's
I think my favorite
concern.
casting
No
choice
way.
besides Jack Black, honestly,
This movie's going to make
besides
$2
Jack Black,
billion.
besides
It's gonna
Jack
make
Black, you know my favorite
$2
casting choice,
billion
and Keegan Michael
at the
Key.
box office.
I love Charlie Day as Luigi.
Oh man.
This is gonna make-
I love the
This
casting choice of
movie's
Charlie
going to
Day.
make more money than every single Minions movie.
Thank you.
It's going to
It
make
should.
more money than the Despicable Me, Minions, all 9 yards.
I want Dial of Destiny to make all the money in the world next year just because it
Dude,
feels like it's going to
That's
be.
literally one of the worst titles they could have.
Indy 5. Can we talk Indy 5?
Well, so is the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, but nobody complains about that either, do they?
Everyone forgot about it.
The
Sorry,
Temple-
guys,
No,
but-
the Temple of the Forbidden Eye is what they call the Indiana Jones Adventure at Disneyland. So
I know, but no one
Yeah.
calls it that. Everyone just calls it
I'm
Indiana
sorry,
Jones.
but just
fucking love it.
Mario's my stuff, bro. I mean,
That's
Mario-
okay.
as a
Dude,
geek,
Mario's
as
my
a
stuff
geek,
too.
bro, I'm a Mario geek. Like, I'm probably like one of the biggest
Let's
Mario geeks
go.
that you'll ever come across. Let's go, bro.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go.
I love again, I love Charlie Day's voice as Luigi. I mean, I know he's not the best casting choice, but I think he fits it just fine. Do you think I know every human being wearing an identical outfit with the letter of his first name on it?
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
at
Because I
least
don't.
Charlie Day has that scratchy voice that like can go that goes with Luigi, like when he goes like, oh, like shit like that. Like
Right.
Mario
But
has that too.
Jack Black is easily the best casting choice that we got for the movie.
No, I
as
agree.
Bowser.
Jack Black-
Open the gates.
And then you got like,
Post credit scene: Wario and
I do
Waluigi.
not.
bro.
Well-
When they posted the second trailer and it starts off with him going into the close up of him pulling his fist and be like, "Let's go." Bro, I
Bro,
literally
I
broke
wanted to
out.
hear.
Dude, I
Like,
literally
my
could
only
not
little
take that
con with that new
seriously.
He
trailer.
said,
is that-
"Woohoo!" He didn't say that too bad.
Hey Milne, what do you think about actually casting an Italian man to play Mario?
Can we just get John?
That would have been
The
dude.
original actor.
Zach,
Mario.
I
Stop.
really
That
liked
would've been
the Ant-Man
terrible.
trailer. It was good.
Zach,
no,
that would've been
I honestly-
terrible.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
think Mrs. Pratt's voice. I was worried at first, before the trailer hit. Once I saw the trailer, I realized I actually didn't mind it all that much. I didn't
Thank
think
you.
it was that bad. It didn't take me
I hate it.
out
I hate
of the
choice.
movie. What would you rather have though?
I mean,
I
I,
would not-
love Chris Pratt. I love Chris Pratt,
Mushroom.
but like,
Mushroom
His voice-
Kingdom.
Bro, just get a
here
fucking
we
voice
come.
actor. What's the problem with that?
it's so
What's his
recognizable.
voice gonna be? Is it gonna be like "Let's go" and "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come"?
But would you want a high pitched Mario voice like that for 2 hours?
Thank you. 'Cause,
Well,
bro, we're
I
not
mean,
we're not going all method here.
would you wanna go all minions for 2 hours? Bello! Ah!
I think they should have gotten Jared Leto.
Like Zach, we're
I
not
mean,
gonna
I
go
can
all
keep going
method
on my
here
list.
because we're the House of Mario.
House of
Like,
Mario.
we ain't gonna do that.
Oh,
It's me, Mario.
do not. Okay, I'd rather have
Me
Chris
and a
Pratt over
Mario.
Jared Leto in that role anyway. So
Oh
See,
my
there you go.
God.
Now you know.
Oh,
Jared
no.
Leto.
Jesus.
Jared Leto as Waluigi.
That trailer is
Oh,
magic,
man,
though.
this
That
is
trailer
great.
is great.
Oh man, yeah.
Waluigi.
Right. Yeah.
Well, guys, we got a lot to look forward to with Phase 5. It has been such a fun stream. Definitely look forward to more Spoiler City on my channel. Luke, I'll start with you. Where can we find you, my friend? Oh shit. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, thanks again, Zach, for having me on. It's been a total blast. And getting to collab with these guys also was awesome. You guys can find me at Instagram, the Luke Ponto 3. You guys, I will post a lot mostly about movies, of course, and I will post a lot about physical media because I'm a physical media collector. Find me on YouTube. You can see it right there. There you go. But yeah, and also follow me on Twitter at Luke Ponto, Letterboxd, and Serialized. You guys can find me on those platforms also. In regards to content, I think I did tell this to Ryan O'Toole before we started. Later this week, during the week, we are actually going to be doing a watch along for Top Gun Maverick because for any of you that follow me on Instagram, we did a poll for next watch along. You guys voted Top Gun Maverick. Well, actually, we had a tie, so we had to do a face-off. So, but you guys voted Top Gun Maverick, and that is the one we're going to be doing next. So keep an eye out for that. I will be seeing Avatar 2, even though I don't freaking care about it whatsoever. So, but yeah, I mean, again, Zach, thank you so much for having me on, man.
Oh, pleasure was all mine, dude. Ryan, you're next up. Where can we find you, O'Toole?
Thank you so much, Zach, for having me on. I had a blast just ranting, laughing, just pretending like I care about She-Hulk. I don't care at all for She-Hulk. But anyway, it was great to talk MCU with all of you guys. You can find me on YouTube at Ryan O'Toole. I have not made a video in a while. I understand that. But I do want to do an end of the year 2022 list coming up. But Ryan O'Toole, where is it? Right there. That's where you can find my YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan O'Toole MR. I have a letterbox as well, Ryan O'Toole Movies, where I review movies on there. And yeah, that's where you can find me on all my social media. Thank you so much for having me, Zach.
Absolutely. Pleasure was all mine. Again, all four of these guys you're going to be seeing in the future on my channel for sure. Zach, you're up.
Yeah,
you,
I'm Zack. Milne Talks Movies on YouTube. I do a live show every Wednesday. Zack Milne Talks Live. We go through movie news and just movie topics in general. It's a pretty fun time. I do movie reviews as well. And I've also got the Zack Milne Talks Movies podcast where I take the live streams that I do and I put them on there for your ears, which is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts. And yeah, that's basically where you can find me.
Awesome, dude. Last but not least, King of Hot Takes himself.
Yo,
No shit.
yeah. You guys can always find me, just Ryan again. You know, the per usual. Not hot takes, just shit takes. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't post anything that most people agree with. So if you're into that type of shit, definitely follow me on there. My letterbox too is I Death review because I thought I was trendy and fucking cool. But yeah, guys, also I'm writing for Downright Creepy. I should have a article going up in like 2 days on there about what Christmas horror movies you guys can start streaming right now, which is really fucking cool. I love horror. So should you. Stop watching the MCU and watch Barbarian. That's my only argument.
I have to watch it.
Bro, watch Barbarian.
It's
It's
a
the
good
best
one.
horror movie.
I have a lot of catching up to do.
It's a good one.
You do.
It is a good one.
I love Barbarian.
Yeah, go
I
follow
wish I-
all these really, really awesome geeks on their socials. Go subscribe to their channels. It would be much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's hopefully we can close in on 2,000 before we know it and beyond. What you can expect from me next up, I definitely want to do more streams with these lovely people here. I want to try and watch Spirited at some point this weekend because I saw that was on Apple TV Plus. It looks hilarious.
Will Ferrell and Ryan
I was going to see that. I was planning on seeing that in theaters because my theater actually got Spirited, but I was like,
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't
it's
know,
good.
honestly.
It's good.
I wanted to see it in theaters too, but I mean, it's Apple TV Plus probably would be easier.
I don't
for
have
me.
that, so it's the reason why I'm not going to be able to
Yeah.
watch it for a while.
retro movie reviews. Everybody's been asking me about the retro reviews. I will be reviewing Titanic to commemorate its 25th anniversary. I will also be doing Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting at the end of the year is 25 years old.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah.
Well, I got a number.
Do you like apples?
Apples. Yeah.
I got a number. How do you like them
I got a
apples?
number. How do you like them apples? but yeah.
Not your fault. Not your fault.
One of my favorite movies for sure. I can't wait to talk about it with all of you lovely viewers at home and everybody else. I'll be seeing Way of Water. It's probably not going to be my favorite movie of the year, like a couple of other people.
I think you guys are underestimating that.
Dude,
Milne, stop. No,
my friends
I'm not.
My brother and I, friends, we're all gonna go see that, and give it 3
Shit,
hours
man.
and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Shit, man.
Yeah.
And once I go see that, bro, my butt's gonna be sore.
I'm more excited to watch Babylon than I
bro,
am to
if
watch
you guys
The Way
can
of
get
Water.
through the Batman,
Babylon.
bro, you guys sitting here like, yeah, I'm not excited for Avatar, but you'll sit here and be like, oh my god, Babylon, I can't wait. Bro,
Hey, the Batman.
bro, that
the
shit's
Batman
3
was
hours
awesome.
too.
Damien Chazelle,
But the thing is,
I love Damien. as
Babylon
much
looks
as the
more
next movie.
interesting.
Toby Maguire.
Dude,
Babylon looks more interesting.
You guys are smoking crack or something.
I don't know, man. I mean, hey, there's a lot of new releases that I've got to do. I've got to do Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I've got to
Bro,
do
Banshees of
What
Inisherin.
else?
I've already seen that. I've already seen that.
Dude,
It's
fucking.
Are you
freaking
doing any-
phenomenal.
Oh, actually, I can't
Christmas
announce
reviews,
this.
Zach?
I'll announce this.
Yeah.
This Tuesday, because it's hitting streaming, I am going to be watching it.
Dude, yeah, it's on
Nice.
HBO Max this week. I've
It
been
is
telling everyone
I am
about
going to be
it.
fantastic.
watching
Oh,
it.
Black Adam's coming on HBO, man.
Bro, Black what?
Black
Adam.
Adam.
Oh shit, I don't remember what that movie is. Sorry.
Oh.
Dude, So also,
I'm sorry, I liked it.
Uh-oh,
Can
the
I also
Rock
say
fans,
one-
the Rock fans right there.
I
Rock
want to
will
say
remind
one
you.
thing about Black
What's
Panther:
up?
Wakanda Forever.
What's up, Ryan?
You guys want to hear something really shocking that I found out today?
What?
It hasn't
What?
even broken $750 million.
With Black Adam?
No,
Black Panther.
Wakanda
Wakanda
Forever.
Forever.
Oh, Wakanda Forever.
Dude, and it's
That's
on its
strong, wow.
5th or 6th week already. And by the way, Avatar is coming out this week. So its legs are probably done.
Top Gun Maverick.
calling this right now.
Gonna
If-
lose
if-
its spot.
I'm just going to say this right now. If Avatar 2 outgrosses Top Gun Maverick, I have loose faith in all of
There's a
humanity.
good chance. I mean, what? Top Gun did 1.45.
Maintain the top
And-
spot.
And
Yeah.
plus, Top
So-
Gun Maverick is way better.
Here's what I'll say to that. And I might get roasted over here as well, but James Cameron going on record saying like, "Oh yeah, you can take a bathroom break whenever you want because you're just gonna see the part you missed the
love
second
that,
time you go to
bro.
the theaters." I'm like, what the fuck?
That's like such an
What?
dude. That's such an R-tor comment. Like, bro, my movie's so fucking good. You're one of gonna come back even though it's 3 hours.
But how does he
Bro.
know that we're all gonna like it?
bro, that's my point. He said bro,
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
has so much confidence in himself. How
Bro,
do you
that'd be
not-
like
Is it
Bro,
confidence
bro.
though?
That's
How
called
when
an
is
ego.
it let you guys
Like,
down?
that'd be like-
to do
that'd be
this
like
to you?
dude, that'd be like Ryan Coogler coming out and telling us that. Like
That's far different,
That's
bro.
like-
Ryan Coogler
yeah.
did not make Aliens. It did not make Terminator 1 and 2. Didn't make the first Avatar. Didn't make The Abyss. Bro, James Cameron
you
has
look
no
at-
reason to prove
Listen,
it
It was
wrong.
Creed.
If you look at James
It
Cameron,
was Creed. Yeah, exactly.
if you look at James Cameron's filmography, Avatar is very much the middle of the pack for me. Both Terminator movies are way better than Avatar.
So,
Exactly.
Terminator
If
2 is the best
if
action
we're
movie of
ta-
all time.
but
Yep.
see, if we're talking solely just story, I'd agree. But everything else, I think Avatar does just as much as what Terminator 2 does outside of story. I'm talking
Yeah.
about what it did for the VFX game. Like, dude, it did so much.
Avatar is
yeah.
my least favorite Cameron film.
Yeah, no denying it's
Wow.
groundbreaking, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I-
just the fact that I understand the
I
fact
gotta
that it took
rewatch
Cameron
it,
a little
though,
while
Way
to
of the Water.
get this greenlit. But at the same time, it did not need to take like freaking 13 years.
No, it didn't, but it's James Cameron. But fuck it, bro.
It needs to be perfect. Luke.
It did.
I don't
be
care for this to be
perfect.
perfect, bro. I don't even care at this point. So,
Well,
for any of you guys that are trying to convince me that Way of
It's gonna
Water
be
is going to be
Casablanca.
amazing,
we're still all gonna
don't even
see
try.
it because we're.
I'm not saying it's
'cause-
going to be amazing. I'm just saying
You're
that
still gonna pay your money to see it.
Jimmy Cameron
Just
has
so
not
it's out of
given
the
us a
way.
reason to.
That's Ryan.
Not
That's all I'm
trust
going to say. I'm only going to see it just so it's out of the way. No pun intended.
Damn, bro. All I'm gonna say is like, if you're gonna go in with that attitude, it's gonna be hard for you to love it.
Can't wait to see this
Yeah.
pop up
Of
on your number
course
one
it's
of
going
the
to.
of
Dude,
the
I'm
year.
not
okay,
gonna-
so that's also one of my biggest complaints so far. There's many people that have been posting their top 10 of the year, and I'm not saying that Avatar is going to blow you away, but I think there's so much to appreciate from what Avatar 2 is bringing that so many people are undermining that is kind of blowing my mind. Because
I'm sorry to say right now, that movie's not. If I eat my words, then I'll owe all of you guys an apology.
So I'll say
You're gonna
Shuri's
buy
Same
3
time,
copies
that
on
movie's not
physical
gonna blow me
media.
away.
Shuri's
Buy us all copies of Avatar: The Way of Water on 4K.
No way.
Top Gun Maverick made me eat my words.
I'm kidding, but
Wakanda Forever made me eat my words.
oh
Actually,
man,
that movie.
all right.
that-
Well, folks,
I ate my words.
Folks, it has been a fun stream. It has
Are we
been
still
filled
live?
with so much
Yeah.
nonsense. Yes,
we're
we
still
are.
alive.
Yeah, so I
We
think we're
love
gonna go ahead.
movies, guys.
We do love movies and keep talking movies, keep loving movies. We're gonna keep doing it as long as we can. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you guys for the next one.
peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
And broadcast.